Hi, I'm Spencer, the DM. This is Dice Fables 2 of Annihilation. This is session 23. I think Olaf is going being a misogynist. Besides him, joining me is Abby playing the exquisite Elspeth, Amirasdottir. We have Mia playing our languid Lucia, Aurora. We have Riley playing our stupendous Sven, Traakul.
More like stupid.
Exactly, yeah. And then lost to the throes of patriarchy is Olaf playing our outgoing Olaf Brandtrokk. So yeah.
Olaf plays Olaf, huh?
Did I say it? Guy. I said guy. Yeah. So whenever Guy comes back, he can join us. But in the meantime, hi. How's everybody doing? What's going on? What happened?
Trauma. Yeah. One of our party members.
Our guide.
Yeah, Saka got petrified.
I just got her.
Yep.
Yeah, we lost our guide. We were exploring a hag's den. We fought a shambling mound and some shambling zombies and some shambling gorilla abomination insect like
it hard countered.
I got hard countered.
Mage.
Yeah.
Yep.
Imagine only using one element, nerd.
I used two. I have thunder, but I was out of spell slots. Yeah. During the fight, Asaka got petrified. I'm not sure exactly the reason she walked in. I think it was because she was in her animal form.
She was swallowed. She was swallowed, and then it dragged her back into the petrification.
Got it.
Zone.
Yeah, so we have 55 minutes to look around before the petrification recharges. And if we can't find a solution by then, we'll probably just have to leave.
Oh, I just realized.
Which would suck, because we might have to leave behind Lucia, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable leaving Lucia behind in a hag's lair.
Also be turned to stone?
Well, she might just make camp on the top of the hag's lair. Just to be with Azaka, at least,
join
near to
her other mama in stone.
But I just don't feel comfortable leaving Lucia in a place where a hag could reappear. We don't know if the hag is long dead or something, but there's a prisoner there, so that would indicate someone's been making camp here. Also, we have a French fucking gecko.
Yes.
Yeah,
we have a French gecko.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to pull up my TION page. Words in TION. Because it's hard to be creative like that off the fly.
No, I'll be sure.
We do have a riddle that could give us a clue to depetrifying.
You also got a journal written in Sylvan. That fight was only a couple minutes. So you have your... what's the word? Your tongues from Gondel for the next 55-ish minutes, probably till the trap is reset. So now would be the time to flip through that journal. But because this is like several hundred pages of just chicken scratch scribbling, you're gonna have to roll some checks here. There are 3 different types of information you can get out of this journal. I just came up with this like an hour ago, so you won't be able to help with any other checks here, Elspeth. But as Elspeth is skimming through this, I'll have you make these 3. We'll call them intelligence arcana or intelligence sleight of hand, maybe, if you're proficient in sleight of hand, just to try to glean useful information. Because Gondel can translate it for you, but that doesn't mean that it's like actually readable.
I'll spare arcane signet and you won't let me eat the other one.
Beyond that, obviously you have the members of the Company of the Yellow Banner, which Sven hates for some reason, that are petrified in this room. Azaka is petrified, obviously. Lucia is distraught. So we are going to spend some time giving Mia the space to roleplay that. Beyond that, you guys haven't really fully investigated the room either. You just had Fenrir going in there and poking around randomly, triggering traps until you stumbled on the shambling
You can only do so much, guys. He's just a poor guy.
We have 55 minutes, which I'll let to count for short rest. If somebody wants to do nothing helpful at all, you can just take a short rest
Are we
here.
playing this someday?
So for instance, Lucia, if you want to spend the whole hour here morning before the trap resets, I'll let that count as a short rest for you.
I won't.
Okay.
Because technically, when the combat ended,
Yeah.
I think it was when the ape died in the air.
Mm-hmm.
With a very cool attack of opportunity from Lucia, by the way,
Yes,
with a very
it was
clutch
very
crit.
good.
Which, saved, Olaf's
Saved your life.
He's
Yes.
eternally fucking grateful, so he's gonna do everything in his power to
yeah.
help Azaka right now.
Yeah, I think after... Alright, we also killed the Shambling Mount in the pool after with rage attacks. So... Lucia looks really bad. Tears are just rushing down her face. She's just trying to get herself together a bit, because she knows we only have a bit of time before we can't do anything here, and there is still a chance that there's something to get Asaka back. So she's very not in the mood at the moment for talking, and very in the mood for trying to find a solution.
So Olaf is gonna try and speak to Lucia and just say, I know you maybe don't want to talk right now, and you just want to get on with things. So I will just give you a task, and if you can do it, just do it. But otherwise, just not shake your head, and I'll get on with it. Okay?
Get on with it. We don't have the time.
Okay. I'm gonna investigate this section of the room here,
Ping it.
where he's just standing in front of. It looks
Oh,
interesting,
gotcha.
that's all.
Okay. So we'll kick it right off. Olaf, you head to that section of the room. Fenrir is tromping along with you, a bit worse for wear from the fight. He didn't take a lot of damage, but not nothing.
Oh yeah, he'll be using his self-repair routines then.
Good. Sounds great. So you pass by. Who has the French gecko, by the way? Just in case.
I think Olaf has it, so Olaf is gonna just place it in a way that Fenrir is following along, holding the top of the cage.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
With his mouth.
It's a classic Tweety Bird type cage. It's maybe a foot in either direction. The weird thing about it though is it's completely magically sealed with no doors, and then inside of the bird cage itself is a smaller fine mess cage, which has the gecko in it, and the gecko of course is manacled. All of its legs are manacled together and chained to the bottom of this cage. So it's a cage within a cage.
I imagine it sitting back, it's sitting on its hind legs. Yeah. It's just got little hands manacled together.
It's somehow manifested a tiny little cigarette, which it is trying to smoke, but it has no fire.
It's trying to smoke with its two manacled hands.
So it's just sucking on this tiny little paper cigarette. But it is getting nothing from it.
That's not the point.
Manifestation.
Yeah, so powerful fucking magic. So I'm gonna look into this room.
Yeah,
if that's alright. If this is relevant.
Yeah. So in here, there are magical drawings everywhere. It's going to be hard to parse what it is. I'm sure just looking at the page, meta knowledge, you can probably guess what it is. But I'm going to have Olaf.
Some kind of summoning circle.
Yeah. So Olaf, this is going to be an Arcana check.
I just want to first off determine the type of magic.
Yeah.
That's just very basic. Yeah.
So you cast off of the wizard spell list, right?
I believe I cast off a modified wizard spell list.
So
because
this should
I have some
be
modifier spells
in the spell list that you could potentially cast eventually. It's above your level. So I'm going to set this at a decently hard DC. You're also trying to suss this out from a language you don't speak, because you write your casting magic through with Dwarvish, because that's how you learn to be an artificer. Whereas this is all written in Sylvan. So I think it's going to be disadvantage. And because it's a higher level than you can currently cast, I'm going to set it at, we'll call it a DC 16. So DC 16,
I
Intelligence
don't think
Arcana,
he can actually cast it because he never gets high enough spell level.
Probably not, but it's, the same mechanical casting. It's an intelligence spell. That she's mimicked.
So my passive Arcana is a 16. I don't think that's a thing.
I think it's still disadvantage.
Oh, fuck yeah, 18!
18 with disadvantage, yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah.
So you probably can't cast this, but you get the point. This is a teleportation circle, but it's a weird, jury-rigged version of it. You probably couldn't learn the spell off of this, but if you did have access to teleportation, you could use this as an anchoring point for your teleportation.
Yeah.
That is what you learn. You also see that there's
That's
other...
probably how the hag gets here, at least.
Yeah. There's other various scribblings on the walls. You can't glean any information off of those, but just the circle on the floor is very clearly a summoning circle, or a teleportation circle of some kind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's not relevant. So just after glancing that, he's gonna just have a. Can I just do a general perception check to see if there's anything else in that room?
There's
would that be
nothing
investigation?
else. There's nothing else useful.
There's nothing. You'll just tell me there's nothing else.
There's nothing else in there. With your 18 Arcana, there's formulas and shit on the walls. You can't translate any of it because you don't speak Sylvan. But yeah, this would appear to be how she gets here, one way or another.
Yeah. By the way, in terms of the crates that were there for the undead, I'm assuming everything on the map is what's left.
Yeah. So there's on the right here in the chamber, the cave, there's a number of bookshelves with various books and alchemical stuff in vials and organs floating in formaldehyde. On the left here is a desk where you found the journal. And then there's just various crates scattered around that got busted open. What was up in 5? I don't remember what was up in 5. 1 second. I can look that up. Heart of Uptown. Information.
What is Sven doing?
No worries.
I'll have to take a walk.
Sven is
I just need to let them
using whatever weaponry they've got, probably the giant sword, and trying to chop various pieces off of this stone dragonborn.
All right. As I'm
just
as
like
I'm
in a
reading
rage.
this book, I'll just say,
Not a mechanical rage,
Sven-
but you know.
Sven, could you stop that for a sec? Could you do me a favor and take that one, the one that looks like Volo, and take it outside?
What?
Could you take that one outside, the one that looks like Volo?
The Biff Longsteel is the one that looks like a young...
In our universe, Volo looks like Jack Black.
That's what we decided last
So
time.
that guy looks like Volo to us.
Okay, Sven, just like, I don't know who Volo is or what they look like.
I'll just point. That one.
The fat one.
Sure.
The big one.
Sven will grab the guy,
Yeah.
get an idea for later.
Real quick, roll me a strength sleight of hand check. So if you have proficiency of sleight of hand, you can add proficiency. Otherwise, just a strength
Sleight
check.
of hand. Just a sleight of hand check.
Yeah. So if you're not proficient...
Strength
with your
sleight of
strength.
hand, you said?
Yeah, if it's
Strength
not...
check.
Yeah, if you're not proficient, it's just strength check. Just to see how much damage you did.
16.
Decent amount. I'll let you pick an appendage. No bigger than a finger. What do you want to knock off of this Dragonborn here?
It depends. Is he bigger than a finger?
It's under his clothes. You can't reach that part of him. Also, he's a Dragonborn. He tucks up into a sheath. You can't get to it. Anyway.
I don't know, one of his, like, horns.
Horn might be a bit much. I'll let you take a tip off one of his horns.
Yeah, I think I was, like, directing the energy towards his, like, head.
Sure.
'Cause I'm trying to decapitate him.
So he's a copper Dragonborn. So I believe that means he would have, like, 2 fancy horns on the back of his head. Let's see. What do copper dragons look like?
Wait, are you trying to kill this guy in petrification?
Sven did a
Sven
little bit of
is,
damage.
yes.
Chipped off a chunk.
Also,
Okay.
if you want to kill him, just drop him off the edge.
No,
That's a
copper
good
dragons
idea.
have a single horn out of the top of their head, and they have a series of fins off the back of their heads. So I'll let you do a chip off of his...
I chop the fin in half or something.
Break off one of his ear fins. Nice. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's...
Probably more useful. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, he's now has a chipped off ear, so he's going to be upset about that. Keep note of that, because I might forget. That's
If
funny.
he survives.
Yeah, if you come back and
That
unpetrify
whole-
them.
Also, we can just blame the undead, can't we?
Oh, you
Yeah.
totally could. But I don't think Sven will.
If we're able to unpetrify them, that's probably more use alive to us.
Sven
And
grabs
also, we don't
the
exactly want
Jack
to
Black
fight.
guy and starts to try to lift him
Okay, so...
with my fly.
Yeah, so Biff, when he's not turned to stone, is around 300 pounds, because he is over 6 feet tall. He is a dense boy, and very strong. So I believe petrification doubles the weight. What's your strength?
So
Yay. Okay, what is my... Like, how much can I carry lift? There's rules for that.
Yep, I'm pulling up a
What's your
calculator
strength?
right now. I just need to know your
he's
strength.
times 10.
Push, drag, or lift. You can push, drag, or lift a weight in pounds up to twice your carrying capacity.
What's your strength score?
And my... okay, so my push, drag, or lift capacity is 540 pounds.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to need you to make an ability check. So he's just a little heavier. I think another 16 is going to do it. So athletics check, 16.
Strength.
Wait, how heavy
Athletics
is he
check.
supposed to be?
That's a natural 20!
Easily, yeah. So Biff is around 300 pounds before he's stone, and he's doubled in weight now because he's turned to rock.
Stones times 10.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Oh.
According
That's
to the
still an
petrification
natural
spell,
20.
yes.
Really? I got that wrong. Holy shit.
There's like,
Yeah.
it says in the petrification
I got
thing,
a
because I
natural
checked
20.
it to see how heavy Asaka is.
Yeah. Azaka's going to be around the same weight. So they're almost 3,000 pounds. I don't think even with a critical, you're going to move a creature that's 3 tons. You are just a medium guy. A little medium guy.
Maybe not lifted, but you could push it over.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to
We
push
don't
him into
want
the water?
Biff to be pushed
Actually,
over.
you already tried it. So with the natural 20, you're going to push him over. Roll me a d20. If it's below a 10,
Yeah,
he falls left. If it's above
But
a
Abby,
10,
did
he
you
falls
realize
right.
why Sven was carrying Biff? To fucking
What?
put them off the ledge to kill them.
No,
Biff is the one that I
I was
asked.
asked
for that
No,
stat.
that
to
was,
pick up Biff.
No, that was the dragon.
Oh, right.
Not Jack Black.
Yeah. So because it's a natural 20,
happened?
you didn't know exactly how heavy it was because I got it wrong. I think Sven still would have tried even if you knew how heavy he was. So you're definitely gonna tip him over. I want you to roll me a d20.
What
If it's below a
is
10,
going on?
he falls left. If it's above a 10, he falls right.
Okay,
Let me just see what the distinction is.
my roll 20 is
Once
being
it's the
weird,
pool of
so I'm
water,
just having
right?
to refresh for a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I can roll it for you if you want.
Yeah, no, you can go ahead and roll.
Yeah, this will just determine where he falls, which could be good or bad. All right, he falls into the pool.
Another 20. Jeez.
Yeah, which means he's not going to break. There's a huge kerplunk splash. You get splashed with some of that nasty swampy water from the middle of the pool. And Biff sinks to the bottom of the pool. Face first.
Well, that didn't work.
Okay, I'm gonna try moving
Sven
over.
grumbles
into
and
these
goes back
crates
to
over
attacking
here.
the
Actually,
copperhorn.
wait, into this chest here.
Sorry, 1 second.
No worries. I realize that you probably have to look through a book to find what each of these individual boxes contain.
Well, I did look up what was up in the top corner. The top corner was a big wardrobe, which was where the Gearlon zombie was stuffed. So it is currently just empty. There's just chunks of flesh
I
and
can
a
just-
loose shambling mound.
I'm sorry. I'm imagining like a rogue coming in, trying to like sneak around, avoiding the fucking lanterns, opening the wardrobe, and then getting absolutely
Exactly, yeah.
bamboozled and jump scared by a goddamn 6-armed
Gearless
gorilla.
zombie, yeah.
gorilla. Oh my god.
Okay, so for the green here, or for the chest next to the torch here, are you just gonna open the chest?
Wait, what? I'm gonna investigate the chest first because
Investigation.
I'm just realizing, couldn't we just put buckets over the flames?
You determined last time you can't snuff them out without magic. They're.
I'm not saying you snuff them out, just cover them.
It's not. They're an indication of the empowerment of the spell. They're not actually.
Okay. They're not the
Central
actual
to-
spell itself.
No.
They're not, yeah, okay.
It's
then
not the
I'll-
light
I'll
that does it.
investigate
That's just an indicator. Because you would presume whoever set
Yeah.
this trap off wants to know whether it's safe to go in there or not.
Right, so there must be a way to disable the trap.
That would stand to reason, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to
So
investigate.
for the
this.
chest, you certainly can. I'm going to look up what's
Normal?
in the chest right now. Yeah, give me an investigation check, as normal.
16.
16, yeah. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
I don't like that. I'm going to make people aware that I'm opening this chest just in case I get fucking mimicked. I'm gonna use like the tip of my battle axe just to try to wedge open the chest.
Okay.
You're making me so cautious. This is be a normal chest full of like eggs.
There is a latch, so you're gonna have to undo the latch first. It's not locked, as far as you can tell, but there's like.
Well, it's a latch I can undo with a battle axe.
Probably not. You don't have a
Fine.
flexible tongs at the end of your battle axe yet.
You don't need two hands. One is enough.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he's just like swiftly like unlatch it, kick it open, and back away.
Okay. That to me, you're being extra cautious. Let's just get a dexterity check. Sleight of hand.
The fucking mimic.
There's not gonna be anything. It's just memeing. Spencer looks way too happy about this.
Okay, neutral dexterity check.
10?
10.
You hit your toe a bit when you unlock, when you kick it open. It hurts a little bit. But yeah, flips open. Nothing bad seems to happen. Inside is just a
you give me trust issues.
yeah, a bunch of shit. There's random like chunks of bone. There's what looks like a dried heart with a bunch of iron spikes driven through it. There's like a bunch of dried mushrooms, and then there's more stuff deeper in, but you'll have to dig for it.
Yeah, I'm just like slowly unpack this chest. Oh, actually, with it open, can I now investigate it to see if there's anything trapped about this? You give me trust issues. This fucker had a Girland zombie in the.
This is going to take the rest of the hour, so this will be the last thing you do.
Is it?
So this is going to be an investigation check, and I'll tell you what you get.
Oh right, no. If
this
this is going to take me like an hour to do.
Well, otherwise you're just going to be picking at random, because I mean, clock's ticking. At this point, you would have investigated the circle in the other room. I'd put that at maybe 10 minutes. So you've got like just over a half
45
hour
minutes
to sift through this chest to find useful.
I thought we had 45 minutes because it was 55 minutes remaining, then 10 minutes. So
I was rounding up about 45 minutes. Either way.
There we go.
Either way.
Keep in mind, the player has it, not the fucking character.
This is stuff full of shit. You don't know if all that shit is dangerous or what it'll do to you. So this
if I had
check
someone
is going
assist
to be,
me, would it take theoretically less time?
I suppose.
There's 2 sets of hands.
I suppose. What I'm trying to get across to you right now is this check is going to be, if there's anything dangerous in here, this will offset that danger because you'll catch it. If you don't do this check, you have no idea what's in here. It's just packed full of shit. It's like 2 feet deep, 3 feet wide, just packed of junk, not sorted at all. And you've only got 45 minutes to sift through it for useful stuff.
Yeah, I think I am still going to have someone help me because I think it'll be more prudent to have several sets of eyes on this.
Well, Sven's done one thing. Elspeth is going to be spending the time on the journal, and we haven't determined what Lucia is doing yet. So it's up to Sven and Lucia, I think. Or Moxanre, of course. If you want to get real up close and personal with a 17-year-old that has a crush on you.
Lucia, do you want to help me sift through
focused.
This?
She would come over and look at the chest. This just seems like junk.
Yes, but we don't exactly know where a solution would be. I just thought it'd be better to have more eyes on this. If you don't think it's worthwhile, then that's fine. I'll look somewhere elsewhere.
Nare, can you help him?
She'll nod and come on over. She sneaks a look over at
Of
Elspeth.
course I will help my prince.
Yeah, exactly. She looks over, sees that Elspeth is otherwise occupied. And so she gets a little grin, and she comes over and gets uncomfortably close. So I'm going to need 2 checks as you do this, Olaf. First check is going to be a Constitution check to see if you can pay attention to what you're doing, because she is going to be like doing uncomfortably inappropriate caresses against your shoulder and like brushing your hands and stuff. I'm not saying that Olaf is tempted by this. What I'm saying is,
no, it's more of a
your reaction.
In the back of his
you're going to be distracted because you're going to be trying to shove this child off of you. So con check first, just 10. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to remain concentration. She is helpful, but she's also
She doesn't
got
realize
different
this, but Olaf's
priorities.
giving her the nastiest stank face right now.
Yeah, she's got different priorities. And Elspeth isn't watching. So you're able to keep focused on this, so I'll let you do this investigation check with advantage.
Okay.
And how well this is determines what you pull out of here.
Oh, no, fuck, okay.
Ooh.
Do I still have
anybody
inspiration?
inspirations left over?
I think I used my inspiration last time, but I don't know if you actually
I'm
gave me an
pretty sure I
inspiration.
have one.
Did you actually give me an inspiration
this
for
is Bardic
time
Inspira-
checking cube?
It's Bardic Inspiration, so you can't trade them between each other anymore.
Yes, but did you give me an additional one last time for time checking you, or did I decline it like an idiot?
But that sounds
I
right.
don't remember you declining it.
That sounds right. So you
Sorry?
should have one for catching.
Because I had one to start with, and then I time checked
You're right.
you.
Yeah. Because I fucked up the time.
1d8?
Yeah, you caught me. Yeah. So it's
Is it 1d8 or 1d6?
It's a 5th level bard. No, D10. I think for 5th level
D10,
bard.
that's so much better.
I think it's
Oh,
it's D10.
didn't we say D8?
Level bard. Might be D8.
6. I got a 12.
Fuck. What's the bardic inspiration? Bard.
It was D6 at the start and then D8 at level 5. And
So
I
it
think
is an
that's
8.
why it's D8.
My apologies.
Oh,
I think
right.
it's
I'll
the D10 at like
re-roll.
level 11 or
My
something.
apologies. I fucked that up.
I got a 7, so that's
Even better. Yeah.
Hey.
So
13.
with that,
I don't think that's good enough,
13. You get some decent stuff. So, real quick, I'm just gonna shuffle some stuff around.
I am going to pick up that heart with the iron fucking knife. It's like
Sure,
nails through it, though.
for sure.
That looks interesting.
So with a 13, I think you're gonna get all of the mundane stuff, but you're not gonna get necessarily all of the magic stuff.
If need be, I will just drag this chest outside.
There's an option, but you didn't think about that, so.
You know, if I'm like thinking that I've not found anything useful during the time, if you'll allow it, I will start slowly dragging the chest outside.
I will not allow it.
Before it's... Okay,
You chose
that's
to
fine.
do this way. So you're going to get all the mundane stuff in here. You can choose to take any of this that you want. 13? Yeah, you're probably not going to get the art objects. You're probably just going to pass them by. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
2? Okay.
That is between those two numbers.
Yep. Sorry, I'm typing them out because I had the list at the bottom, and I'm transferring what a 13 will get you, based on the total amount of things that are in here. Was this one? And then probably this. Fucking keyboard.
Oh god, I'm imagining if this was made into like a really big dungeon of just petrified people.
Yeah.
Like, I was imagining
so-
like if... sorry, I'll tell you later.
Yeah, what you pulled out, you get various coins, 84 copper pieces, 34 silver pieces, 11 gold pieces, and a single platinum piece, as well as
5 soul
5
coins?
creepy-looking coins with screaming faces on them. You can make checks on that if you want to. You also find
So
a
you're
whip,
saying I can make a weapon
a
out
sling, bags of pellets, a bag of pellets, 2 spears, and a chain shirt. As well as you find a scroll of Bestow Curse, a potion of Hill Giant Strength, and 2 vials of basic poison.
Damn it.
Quickly gonna recollect the overhead locations, land of Chult.
Time to
So
never
we're trying
use
to
that
find-
potion.
Yep.
Just trying to find the
Yeah.
riddle
Give me a religion check real quick as well,
for the soul coins.
just to see if you know what they are. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's still an advantage.
The
No,
cry of
it's
a
5. It's
basilisk.
5.
Yeah, no idea. They're odd, like a gunmetal gray coins with like screaming faces.
I
on
know
one
what
side.
they are, but the fucking Olaf doesn't.
And a picture. What is Asmodeus' symbol? I think it's just a gemstone, isn't it? Like a ruby. Probably just like an image of a gemstone on the back of it. So screaming face on one side and a picture of a gemstone on the other side. All the faces are different on the coins.
I am
Hello,
unsettled and appalled by this.
So you can take any amount of those things that you found in here, or you can leave them behind. Up to you. But that is the
I'm
way to
fucking
do it.
robbing this bitch. I don't care.
Oh, as you can also have the petrified heart, or the desiccated.
Yeah, heart with iron nails, brackets petrified.
There's like 4 what do you call them? Crochet needles that have been jammed through this.
Question: how heavy is this thing?
Fire.
Is this chest?
The chest, full of the shit inside. I'm probably gonna put it around 200 pounds.
Okay, I'm gonna check how much Fenrir can push.
You'll be able to push it. It's more the question of it's not going to fit in your bag of holding.
Oh no! I just want to investigate it further outside. Hey! I just realized that Fenrir has a fucking 14 strength.
Yeah. You already did the check to
strength.
sort through it. I don't think you're going to have
Yeah.
time. But we can move on from that.
within the time constraint. But if we fail upon the time constraint, we can thingy.
We can move
14 strength, push speed. Yeah. So cover someone else while I just look this up.
Yeah. Moving on. So we have Sven still with some bit of time to do. We have Elspeth still with the researching. And we have Lucia. So who wants to go next?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, let Lucia do something.
I would like to start off by giving these 3 shelves a look for anything that looks like magic scroll, magic potion, maybe a wand of unpetrification.
Yeah.
Just scan each one for a couple of minutes
Yep.
to see if there's something standing out, and then look at them more in depth.
Yeah. So that's
Okay.
going to be a flat investigation check. You don't speak Sylvan? Yeah, so to just determine what the usefulness of the stuff you find is.
Unfortunately, I'm not very good at investigation. I'm gonna add the D8 that I still have on it, because
wonderful.
this is the
Make sure you marked off and use that
point to do it. That's a solid 20.
A solid 20, yeah. So I think you're going to find the equivalent to the rest of the stuff that was inside of the heart there. So I'm just going to copy it over. So, again, there's no point to go back to the chest. I'm telling you now. So we don't waste time later. Because I'm just going to add the rest of the stuff. I'm just going to add the rest of the stuff.
That's okay. That's okay. At least you're being straightforward with me. That's awesome.
So you also find a scroll of teleportation.
Ooh.
And a scroll of blindness, deafness. You also find diagrams of what look like lizard eggs and how to incubate them. But the drawings of the creatures that come out of them have legs and feathers. It looks like whoever lived here knows how to raise and care for cockatrices. Bit of information for you. That is what Lucia
Oh,
has.
wait. Okay.
Can you write it down in chat?
Yeah, I put it in the thing here. Scroll of teleportation.
Oh, because I closed it. Okay.
Yeah, I copied them back over, so you have those as well. As well as information that the hag that trapped this place seems to know how to raise cockatrices.
I wonder if I can make weapons out of these soul coins. No, if I did that, some devil's gonna scoop Olaf up. It's like, haha, I can use you.
You don't know that?
Yeah, true.
You did get a 20. Yeah, so you also find a vial of truth serum.
Vial of truth serum.
Mm-hmm. There you go. You have got all of the loot I planned for this cave. There you go. Between your 2 checks. There's nothing else.
A scroll. We have a scroll of teleport.
Yep.
Yeah, teleport. And there's a
That
teleportation
is
circle here.
incredibly powerful.
Am I, with the spell scrolls that we found, can I look up the spells? Would Olaf be able to discern what they
you'll
are?
be able to get more information about that. I'm just telling you, you know what they are. Any amount of time
We know
looking
what-
at the scrolls, you're going to know what they do. It's just,
Okay.
if it's on your list, you could make an intelligence check to cast it if it's above your level, but that's a different thing. That's
Of course.
Lucia.
Oh,
Anything else for Lucia?
it's a 7th level fucking conjuration spell?
Yep. Teleportation. Maybe.
It lets you go pretty much anywhere
Teleportation is very high level.
I will tell you, you know, based on the information you got coming into Chult. I don't know if I ever said it on stream. Chult is complicated for teleportation. Without a circle, it's very difficult to plan where you're going.
I remember you saying that first session.
Yeah, the mishap threshold is significantly increased for Chult because this is land that does not belong to the gods. So Mistra's weave here doesn't behave properly because this is a space of wild magic. It was never officially conquered by the gods. This is Ubtau's domain, who is a primordial. So it's going to be hard to teleport without a specific circle. But it's a thing you can do.
We can come back here.
Yeah.
I think the closer we get to the end of the time we have in here, with Lucia not really finding anything to help in this situation, she just gets a bit more desperate and just goes over the different shelves, basically just knocking shit out of them.
Yep.
There's just gotta be something. Anything.
We'll find something, Lucia. Even if we have to get scrolls of a greater restoration. This is the journal that Elspeth is looking at, right?
Yeah, we still have Elspeth and we still have Sven. Sven can declare anything they want to aid with. Probably not Elspeth's check, though, because that's going to be her and Gondel working together.
Sven, knowing that they are capable of knocking one of the statues over, is going to try to knock over the Dragonborn.
All right, another check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, this is about 3 tons. So hit me up.
24.
24. So not quite as good as Biff, but it's still above a 20. Yeah. So he's not near the not near the thing, not near the water. So you're going to deal damage.
He's not near the water.
Going to deal damage either way. You're tipping him over. It's probably going to be the equivalent of like a hand or something would break off at this point. So you're going to tip it over.
Good.
I think Olaf is going to scold you, by the way. So just get prepared for that.
Roll me a d4. Before you roll your d4, let's say a 1 is left hand, a 2 is right hand. We'll say a 3 will be like the tip of his nose. I'll say a 4 is tip of his tail. I know Dragonborn are supposed to have
tail.
Yeah. You break off a big chunk of his tail.
That's disappointing.
I know you're angry, but is that going to help us right now? They're petrified. They are going to not even live. They're essentially dead. I know this is for your own gratification, but we have bigger things to worry about right now.
Yeah, and how am I supposed to help with any of that?
You can have a look.
Oh, too late.
You've got hands and eyes, don't you?
Sven spent this period messing with bodies. So Sven does not help. But he gets scolded.
Yeah, I think the only reason that Olaf really says anything is because it's the second time that Sven has pushed something over and now has broken something.
They get scolded nonetheless.
Bad Dragonborn, no. Yeah, I'm only doing this in character. I'm fully for you to roleplay your character, by the way.
Yeah. So, last, but certainly not least. Hi, Elspeth.
Hello.
So, we have 3 categories of information you can learn here. Belignanet's journal. I'll just share this to you right now, so you can see it as I copy stuff over. So you can learn information about the hag's lore. You can learn information about the regional effects of the hag's domain. And you can learn some of the innate spells that she's picked up beyond the typical stuff that a hag would have.
I'd like to know the lore and regional effects, mostly.
So we'll check roll first. This is going to be advantage with your investigation check as you try to figure this out. Read it quickly.
An investigation check?
Yep. Advantage. Because you're being
14.
helped. A 14? Yeah, that's probably going to get most of it. This is pretty low because you're just skimming and see if you can find useful information. Let's see.
Why not just take the book with us?
You could do that too, yeah.
Well, I'm mostly looking for a cure for the petrification.
So the lore bits you get, you learn that this the hag that wrote this journal is called Beleg Naneth, which is Sylvan for something. You can understand it as grandmother is how it translates basically. She mentions how hungry she is. She has various recipes for different types of humanoids that she likes to eat. She prefers children, obviously, and she really hates shellfish. Disgusted by it. She seems to worship the god Merkel, which you can make a religion check for later. There are designs for various types of rituals and offerings to Merkel. She mentions that he is very angry at late, and so she doesn't know why, and she's trying to appease him. She mentions that she's been harried by terrafolk who hate her. They've been driving away her food and preventing her domain from spreading further. She's specifically designed her domain to have countermeasures against flying creatures. This cave here is not actually her lair. This is like her lab, basically. Her actual lair is elsewhere, which is not described here. What this place is a Virgins, which is a sink of magical energy, wild magic specifically. She seems to have stolen something from this cave here, which she calls the Heart of the Wild, which is some sort of gemstone that used to be hovering above the pool of water here. She stole it, and she used it to power both her above-level magic that she shouldn't be able to cast, as well as powering the trap here. You don't know where it is. You haven't been able to find any sign of it in here. But you know about this thing. And I believe that's it. The other important thing that you know, the trap does not kill you. You're in suspended animation. The intention being she will come back, unthaw you, and eat you. Which is why there's the intelligence check on it. She's trying to catch food. She doesn't eat animals. She eats intelligent creatures.
Is there any description of what cockatrice sounds like?
No. But you do know that she doesn't have any innate ability to, any innate immunities or resistances to petrification. It seems that she breeds cockatrices and tied this spell to cockatrices so that if she's ever in the trap on accident, the cockatrices will undo the spell for her so she won't be stuck.
Alright.
That's what
so we probably need an actual cockatrice ourselves.
Yeah. Unless one of you can pull off like an incredible out of the blue imitation that you've never heard before.
Can I just do a random fucking like performance check and see if something happens? Just for funsies?
I don't remember who did the trial last time, but we definitely did a trial.
It was me.
Yeah.
Because we said that you'd have the most lizard-like mouth that would be closest to a cockatrice.
So the petrification trap is undone by the hissing sound of a cockatrice. It would seem to imply that she carries cockatrices with her.
Aries?
Or raises them of some kind. That would be the sensible thing to do.
I'm just imagining a fucking poodle-sized cockatrice that she carries in a handbag now.
Alright, so regional effects or her spell list.
Regional effects.
Alright, let's give you that investigation check advantage.
Oof, 9.
Yeah, with that, there are 4 effects in her region. You got below a 10, so I'll let you pick 1. So pick 1 to 4.
4.
4. So exposed food in her domain has a 30% chance of spoiling after 1 hour. This does not pass through planal barriers, obviously, so it won't affect things in a pocket dimension. And obviously, if food is magically preserved, it's not going to override the magical preservation. But like canned or jarred foods, anything you have out in the open is going to spoil after 1 hour.
Alright.
And you could probably also pick up that the range of her regional effects is about a mile from her home.
All right, so about a hex.
Yeah, give or take. Less. I think a hex is like 3 miles. Anyway, the point is you'll know you're within a mile when you start to see weird effects. All right, last is the spell list. Investigation advantage.
17.
Yeah, to me, that sounds like all of them. You're not going to know how many innate spells she has per day, but I'll give you the entire list of things that she could cast in a day.
Pardon me.
So, she innately has the cantrips of Dancing Light, Minor Illusion, and Vicious Mockery. And she has innate abilities equivalent to Disguise Self, Shield, Sleep, Invisibility, Lesser Restoration, Mirror Image, Animate Dead, Lightning Bolt, and Glyph of Warding. Again, no idea how many of those she has or which one she's going to have on her at the moment. But those are things that she could do, depending on what she's prepared for.
All right.
Sorry,
I'm just gonna
hand out for this.
I'm gonna take the helmet off and just say to Lucia, I am without a cockatrice. I don't think there's gonna be a way for us to turn her back.
She just gives you this completely empty stare for a couple seconds. Okay. But
That doesn't mean we're completely abandoning Asaka, by the way. We will come back for her.
what if the heck comes? I mean,
Can I just do a general investigation check to see how long it's been since a hag's been here and maybe this place is abandoned?
You've already done two things.
I'm gonna try and deceive Lucia. I don't want her to get fucking killed too.
Okay. In that case, give me a deception check. And Lucia, you can either believe Olaf on this, or you can make an insight check.
Yeah. Olaf is gonna just say, I don't know, this place looks pretty abandoned. This lizard looks like he's been here a while. And I'm hoping the lizard fucking follows along with my thing. It doesn't absolutely cuck me over.
He's very specifically has less than 2 intelligence, so not the brightest individual. I think he's just going to lick one of his eyeballs and say, indetermination.
It looks pretty abandoned, Lucia. We might have enough time before she comes back. If she ever comes back, that is. Oh, crit fail!
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna go
so
badly.
with your wisdom, I don't think you can fail this, Lucia.
No, I have +6.
Yeah.
So, wait, if she crit fails too, then it's just like a
that's
look
true.
at each other.
It'll be a rollies. Do you want to see if you also get a crit fail? And then we'll play Marisha Ray.
Sure, buddy. I expected him at 20, I'm not gonna lie.
So it's up to you how you react to this. You can tell that Olaf is doing his best to comfort you and get you back to safety.
I would like to slap him for lying to me and potentially endangering Saka.
Okay. Are you just going to let it happen, or do you want her to roll?
No, I'm okay with Lucia slapping him.
Okay. Yeah, you haul off and slap him across the face.
I know I didn't want to lie to you. Just, if you stay here, you'll just get killed too.
Just turns away from Olaf.
Yeah. Olaf is gonna just sort of step back, like he's done enough damage, he doesn't want to say anything more.
You have about...
I don't know if I can reach your face.
You will be able to.
He's probably, you'll probably, jump up, slap him, and it's like, fuck, that's still hard. What did Elspeth say?
Yeah.
I'll say to Lucia, you have a few more days of fight left. You might be able to wrangle a cockatrice from down there. I'm sure that if she was keeping them, some might have escaped. But I don't think any of us can wait around.
We might have them here, somewhere. Wait, but if the trap is powered by the gem, then Gotta be here, right?
I think the gem is long gone. At least more than a mile away.
Has anyone checked out the puddle in the middle?
I don't think anybody checked out the puddle in the middle. I think probably Lucia and Sven have enough left. So I'd let you do it if you want to. But Olaf's done a lot.
I would
Elspeth's
love
done a
to.
lot. Okay.
I don't know how deep the puddle is.
Okay. Well,
We
give me
never
an
checked.
investigation check to find out.
Well, it was enough for. Was it an ooze or it was a shambling mount?
Shambling.
It's consistent
Shambling,
there.
So it's at least 10 feet.
I always thought it was an ooze.
I think I would like stand in front of it for a tiny bit and just full on just go in,
Oh, sure. Go for a dive.
see if I can find something. I mean, the shambling ooze is in there, I think, as well. There's that one.
Yeah, it died. So, yeah, there's chunks of floating swampness in there, too.
I'm very certain it's very filthy. I at least take off my bird feather cloth first.
Yeah. Weirdly, you don't seem that bothered by the poison. Like the natural grossness of it. Doesn't seem to bug you that much. So, while the fetid water doesn't make you sick because of the feet you took, it's hard to see. Not a lot of light is getting down through the murk. You do definitely find Biff. Face first at the bottom. He's got his one arm up over the greatsword on his back, and so you like run into his elbow. He's a big boy. But as you're searching around down here in the muck, don't find anything useful. When you do come back up, though, you look like you're bloody because the sand and at the bottom of the pool here is like full of copper deposits. So when you come back up, you've got this just red mud all over you. It looks like you've got slashed up.
Are you okay?
What do you think?
I'm gonna sniff the air
is it-
if it's all right with you, and like,
Well,
and do I smell the copper?
We gotta let Abby
Sorry?
talk first.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, just physically, you look like you cut yourself.
No, it's just the dirt. I'm fine.
So very sad, wet Lucia comes back up. One last thing, Guy, give me an investigation.
Oh
check.
no, I just wanted to like. Oh, it's just copper, like
You
smelling
can
the copper.
like immediately tell that. Sorry, not copper. Iron.
Iron,
No,
yeah,
it's iron. Copper.
Smell it like blood does not smell that pungently of iron.
No.
So it's
Yeah.
it's just loose iron in the water.
So the
Which
Okay.
sorry.
can I infer something from that? Actually, sorry.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
I know it's just the rainwater, but there must be something. Why is there so much fucking iron?
Oh, I told you last time, but you
Like-
clearly forgot. So investigation check.
I did. It's the rain trickling down from here and going through mineral deposits, isn't it? Dragging
Investigation
iron
check.
down. So I'll do it anyways.
What can Olaf put together? Yeah.
13.
So this probably means that there's like very large deposits of iron in the soil here. You might be able to find ore if you dig long enough. It won't necessarily be usable, but you specifically have some skill sets that could make use of it, but as a much longer project than the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'll just
pushing
keep
this
that
any
to
longer.
myself.
I'm gonna wait outside.
Okay. With
And I'll take
Is there
I'll take
anything
one
that
Saturday
hasn't
with
been
me.
looked at?
Abby, real first, and then I'll answer your question, Riley. What'd you say, Abby?
I'm just gonna take Mug Saturday with me.
Good. She comes with you, looking pleased with herself. Right now, it's probably about noon because you guys got here at around 11 a.m. So it's around noon now. So yeah, the two of you leave. She looks pretty smug. You don't know why. What were you going to ask me, Riley?
Is there anything that hasn't really been investigated or looked at yet?
As you're peering around, not really. You seem to have given this place a pretty thorough once over.
I think Sven, just to make Olaf happy, is gonna pretend or do a cursory glance around. I think they're gonna look into this little side cave here and see what's going on there.
Sure. Yeah, there was the Gearland zombie was in a wardrobe here. So there's probably chunks of old rotted clothes and bits of shambling mounds stuck to things, as well as just like loose flesh.
Gross. Just gonna like, ugh, and then fly up out of the.
Okay. Yeah. So with that, you all pass by. I'm just gonna move Biff into the water here. Let's.
Olaf's gonna fly out the center, holding his fucking dog in one arm and carrying the cage in the other.
Yep.
I'll
The
say to
Dragonborn.
Moxlanway, what are you so happy about?
She says, "Oh, nothing." It's just a great day.
She's cheating on your husband.
It's. I'm very sad about Azaka, but I feel like we're working together really well as a team, and we're achieving lots of very good things. And I think we'll get back here. We're gonna free Azaka, and then I'm gonna be queen. It's great.
You would make a great politician.
Thank you. Completely serious. Does
I don't
not
think
get
she-
No. Does
Yeah,
not
I don't
get
think she
the-
realizes that's an insult.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're ready to go?
Okay. So if everybody is ready to go, as you said, we can jump back here. So with no rests under your belts, completely spent of everything, we can get back to the traveling. So,
But we
I
don't
don't
do
know
a we don't do a goodbye to Osaka.
do you want to do a goodbye to Osaka? You certainly can.
Give me a moment. I
we
have to
time
close the
for-
window real quick.
Is it goodbye?
It's see you later.
For now.
I don't know if I can do it without her. I was ready to give up several times already. I would have died several times without her. It's wrong to just leave her here,
You
all
made
alone.
it all the way. Made it all the way from Waterdeep to Port Nine's Hour on your own. And I'm not going to stop you from staying if you'd like. I can. If it was hope, I would have done the exact same thing.
She's not dead.
She's not. If you'd like to stay, you're more than welcome to.
She wouldn't want that. We've come so far already, so
Spencer out here revealing huge sections of the map, eh?
You have a high
Well,
vantage point.
we'll see her again at some point, even if it has to wait until we're finished with our goal.
promise I'll be back, Osaka.
Her stone
I'm
face watches on implacably. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah, Lucia is gonna go through a pack real quick. And she's gonna pull out Mr. Waddles. Her little plush duck that she always leaves with. And places it gently next to Asaka's stone paw. Yeah, I leave Mr. Waddles with you. He will watch over you, make sure that you're okay, and that you don't get lonely. Then I promise I'll be back. And I get you back to normal. Thank you for everything, Asaka.
Yeah.
And she just takes a couple of minutes just crying
I think
next to Asaka's statue.
I think Moxanre is going to come over and put her arm around your shoulders and do her best to comfort you, but not a very tactful individual.
I appreciate the effort of her anyway.
She's kind of grossed out. She seems to be trying to steer your tears away from her shirt.
I mean, I'm also covered in mucky, irony red water.
Also that.
And slime.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
And with that,
Yeah, I think Olaf should stay silent. He's done enough damage.
you have a bit more of a vantage of what's ahead. You can see you're right at the edge of a cliff. So it's about 300 feet to the bottom of the cliff. You're about 200 feet above the jungle at the moment. So fly over a vast expanse. The Aldani Basin up ahead. You can see it's a wide valley area surrounded by cliffs with lots of rivers passing through it. There's various tents here and there. It looks like nomads live down there, which would imply not a lot of undead. But at the moment, you don't have to worry about any of that because you guys can fly.
Yeah.
So
we could make a detour to Camp Vengeance. It would only be an extra 20 miles, which for us is a third of a day's travel. But no.
But is there
Why do we want to go to Camp Vengeance?
Because we are running low. We are running low on food. We only have enough food for a few more days.
I have... Which one of these is... I have 30 rations.
Oh, actually, with the Sacco, we've actually got a few more days now.
Yeah.
Sven has 30 rations.
You have 30
So
rations.
when you bring up food issues, Sven will be like, I've got enough for another several days with the five of us.
Alright, I guess we don't need to then. On to Orlunga.
Okay. So you have 2 more hexes with which to travel. I'm just going to assume you pass just straight forward.
Yeah, no, we're not interacting with anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think
we have enough food for 8 more days, plus Sven's, I believe, about a 10-day, probably.
Yep. Good to know.
About 14 days of food.
Maybe the Oracle has something to get the Saka back.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And food-wise, we can also
We can hunt.
hunt and gather. It's a jungle. I feel like we have done that occasionally anyway.
Yeah.
Alright,
So for
let's
this
carry
next
on.
section, let's see if anything would spot you. Oh, the weather, by the way. It was no rain, 40 degrees, light breeze. So, not humid for once, decent visibility. So you can see a decent amount all around you. So let's see. In this first section, would anything... No. Nothing can mess with you. You do see a number of dinosaurs grazing down below you, though, throughout your journey. It would seem that there's a lot of verdant life below. Not quite as full of undead as the region you're in previously. That gets us to the evening. And then for the last bit of the day... Yeah, none of the rest of the stuff is going to bother you. So, I don't think so, Olaf. Completely different process. Sorry. If you had raw materials, if you had raw materials, you can make one from scratch. But
I have raw materials. I bought 30 ingots before I left Point Nine Zaro.
that's true.
And I have been saying I've been making rings passively
Sure.
for ring mail.
Yeah.
I didn't work it out. It would take me 8 hours of craft time, by the way.
And you've been doing that for several days now. So yeah, you can just have a set of ring mail that you made.
That's all right. I'll finish it at the end of this long rest.
That works.
So he'll present it.
So you guys weren't messed with at all. So at the end of the day, you fly down to settle in for a night's rest. You are in lowlands jungle area. Lots of rivers and water all around. Not going to be hard to find some shelter. But if anybody would like to make a check to see what sort of shelter you can find, you certainly can.
I think Olaf's been doing it a lot, so I think he'd try again just to see if he can up his skill and just try to find Chult in the local region.
Okay. So nature.
I mean, we have a collapsible shelter, but
Yep.
yeah. Plus, I think he has the highest. Is nature wisdom or intelligence? It's intelligence.
Yeah.
I have the highest int. 21.
Yeah. You find a decent stretch of land that's perfect for your magical hut. Yeah, it has decent canopy cover. You'll be well hidden from passers-by. There's no roads nearby. You're just able to drop in from the sky. So you find a nice, safe place to camp.
Yeah. Would it be you said 3 hexes remaining. Didn't we have a little bit more? Would it be one more hex alone?
No, you spent some of your...
We spent a considerable time in there, didn't we? Okay, just wanted to check.
So only 5 hexes today, not 6.
Yeah, we wasted a hex worth of time in the heart.
Yeah,
Regardless,
let's not dwell on it too
essentially.
much, because it lost us quite a bit.
You can fly down, set up your camp.
Yeah.
You set up the tent for the night. Are we going to set watches, or are you just going to sleep straight through in your cabin?
We can
Watches.
just...
Watches.
Yeah, we can do watches.
You do watches, okay. I'll call them out through the night. Do you want to set 3 watches or 4?
4.
There's 4 of us, 4 watches.
4 watches.
Yeah.
Very good.
I'm gonna, if it's alright with Lucia, I'm gonna have Fenrir do a watch with Lucia, just to keep them company.
Okay.
Because they usually do their watch with Azaka.
So up first.
Yeah, really bad at this emotional support thing. You know that?
Yeah, she looks at you and she says,
Are you talking to the dog or Olaf?
no, Moxandre.
About Olaf.
Oh, my apologies.
He's trying.
Yeah, you know how Azaka is not there anymore, so you can have my dog.
Sorry, just forget I said anything. He feels quite dejected because he can't find a way to help.
Okay. So you settle in for the night. First watch. Perception checks.
I'll do it.
Okay. Sven's up first.
Perception. 12.
Yeah. So you go to peer out the peephole in the door of the cabin, and it's pitch black. And you're confused for a minute until the thing on the other side shifts a little bit. There's a anaconda just crawling around the outside of the cabin, just checking out this new thing in his region. So you can't see a whole lot for your section of the night because an anaconda's hanging out, wiggling around your cabin, trying to see if there's anything interesting here.
Fun.
But given the nature of the cabin, it can't tell you guys are inside. So eventually it moves on. Who's next?
I can do the next one. I feel like Lucia would be awake because she can't really sleep.
Yep. Let's give me that check. Oh, I guess you would be there for 2 because you're an elf. You don't need to sleep the whole night. 21. Real solid. You hear a suspicious bird cry. Probably well after midnight. And when you peer out, you can see that there are a couple of scouts just wandering through the night. Gonna make a check real quick to see if they notice the hut here. With a 21, you can see that they are dressed mostly in greens. They carry quarterstaffs, and a couple of them have little animal companions on their shoulders. Perception. Nah, they don't notice that. So unless you want to interact with them, the scouts will move on without having noticed you guys.
No, we don't want to interact with the guys.
I
I think Lucia would also just be on top of the hut and just watching the stars.
That works. So you watch them unobserved. You can give me a history check as they pass you by.
Nope.
Nope. Just some sort of scouts. They look like half elves. They just pass you by, and that's it. Moving on. Who's got third watch? Up to like.
I'll
3 in the
take
morning.
third watch.
All right. Elspeth is on the third watch. So you can make your perception check.
think Lucia would also be awake for the rest of the night and take an exhaustion on the next morning.
Fair enough. Would you roll again then? Another perception check for Lucia. See if you catch anything.
I mean, she has nothing better to do. She wants to distract herself, so... Yeah.
Yeah. You hear shouts of violence and little flashes of light off in the distance from where those scouts went. But it's far enough away from the hut that you guys don't have to interact with it if you don't want to. But it sounds like there's a fight coming from probably a kilometer away at this point.
I think Elspeth is just looking at the map, planning out the journey so she doesn't notice this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I'll just... There were scouts earlier that were just some people walking past. I think they are fighting something further up. Like, I don't know, they were here like an hour ago. So they shouldn't be too far away, but not our business.
I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Look at you, Lucia, shifting towards chaotic neutral. Shifting towards chaotic neutral. It's not our problem.
Oh no, my lawful good.
All right. So as you lay down for your rest at the end of the night, Elspeth heads back to sleep. Olaf and Fenrir get to take up the last bit of our rest here. So declare where
Olaf's
you're going to be.
What do you mean?
Do you want to be inside peering out through the portholes, or do you want to be outside?
I will... I'll be peering out, but as morning approaches and it becomes safer, he'll probably step out, assuming he sees nothing.
Fair enough. Perception check.
Is it just...
As you peer out the hole.
He's just
It's only one
sewing
hole,
his
so
green
Fenrir
mail
can help.
together.
But
That's fine.
if there is something out there, you might have a better chance of hiding since you're inside.
5.
5, yeah. You don't spot anything in particular. You're asleep by now.
Lucia's still awake. Lucia's just glaring
I'm
over his
just
shoulder.
up here.
You had to be missing from 2 of those watches. Oh wait, no, that was the first 2, wasn't it?
No, I was missing from the first one. This is my third one. I am not going to sleep more than 2 hours because I feel like she wouldn't be able to.
Oh, okay. Con check then. DC 10.
Oh,
Oh, you're fine.
that is
You don't
surprising.
take any exhaustion from your lack of sleep.
Damn.
But with a 20, you absolutely can't help out. So you're peering out the other porthole. You
No,
spot...
I'm still on the roof.
You're still on the roof. Then very easily. Olaf completely misses this because of the vantage point. You catch sight of 2 lumbering forms. It looks like they just woke up. They've just begun swinging among the trees above you. You know what they look like because you just fought some undead varieties. There are a pair of Giralon that are going about their morning business here.
Okay.
Mocha.
Stop it. No.
I would like you to make a stealth check for you, and we'll count the hut for it as well. And I'm going to give these Giralon not zombies, just Giralon, a chance to spot you guys and see if they want to fuck with you.
Doing a solid. Well, I guess I'm not really being stealth when I'm just sitting on top of there, not really caring.
This is more like just how well did you guys do hiding yourselves? Because I should have had you do that at the start of the night, but alas.
I guess we would have survived for the setup of the camp, maybe?
True. Well, that's
We probably
16
tried
from
to,
them.
Yeah.
So who
I mean,
wants
the
to be
most we do
responsible?
is cover with debris.
Yeah, who wants to be responsible?
Yeah.
for hidden
Who would do
hut?
the setup of the camp?
Gosh, I think-
like the survival stuff?
I think we said Olaf did that.
He found the campsite.
True.
So do you want me to roll something to see how well I hid the tent?
Yes, this is going to be a stealth. We'll call it a stealth intelligence. Those are fun.
I'm not proficient in this, so this is just going to be a d20 plus 3.
Okay. Does anybody have it better than that for intelligence stealth?
I have survival plus 5.
Okay, I'd let it be.
I mean, if it's stealth intelligence, I would have a +4.
Yeah, I feel like I would
Ooh.
trust Sven to do it.
Although with a +4 from Lucia, that's pretty good. Is that better than Sven's
Yeah.
survival?
Is it
My
survival?
survival is 5.
Oh, then wisdom survival it is. So Sven.
And I think
Yeah, you
survival
roll
is
it.
fine.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
wisdom
like
survival.
Sven was already living in the wilderness, weren't they?
True. Give me that wilderness survival. If you beat a 16, they don't notice you.
That's a 22.
Hey.
Yeah, they don't spot you. Lucia, you just watch as they head on. They look, for all intents and purposes, like regular gorillas, but they're weirdly nimble. Every once in a while, they'll stop and pull out some unseen fruit inside of a tree and just spend some time eating it. They share it between each other. It looks like a male and a female, you would guess, based on your appearing. Sorry, my cat just came inside. 1 second. Vin! Vin! She is insufferable because her uncle is gone, and so she is desperate for people. I needed to let her know that I was still alive. Back to the gear line. You watch as they find like a section of like sugar reeds. They eat some bamboo and keep on moving, but they don't bother you. They don't notice you. The night passes. You complete a long rest as a group, unmolested by the jungle.
That's the worst way you could have put it, but yeah, let's go.
Yeah, your temporary guidance is gone as well.
I didn't use the last one, unfortunate.
Oh well.
Do we know what Mbala is?
Yeah, so on the map, that is one of the settlements that are listed. Mbala would have been primarily fishing. They would have been responsible for catching like prawn. There are giant crayfish in the Aldani Basin. They primarily farming and fishing. They would have brought that over to Port Nyanzaru. It is an active settlement, at least as far as you guys know, based on the map.
Okay, so when Elspeth was suggesting we go over to Camp Righteous, I think Sven would also point out, looks like there's a settlement basically 1 hex off our path, probably more reasonable to go there instead of 20 miles out of the way.
That's to you.
If we need food.
We do need food. Because if we have to get back to Port Nyanzaru, we're not going to make it in time.
Yeah, well, that's a spot. There should be people there.
We'll stop by there then.
Alright, that's all.
Okay. I should ask you guys. We'll increase the day, of course. We're now on day 34. You have 8 days of flight left at the end of this morning.
Let's deplete our resources.
Day 34.
And I get to do a roll for my snake.
You do. See if your snake hatches.
Natural 20. 14.
Have you guys been keeping your food in the pack, by the way? Bag of holding.
We have a lot of it, so I think we are.
It's reasonable.
Oh no.
I should have been making a roll for this. You're not in the Shadowfell or a Domain of Dread, so it's a lower chance. Olaf, for today's bag of holding stuff, give me a D100 roll. On a 99 or a 0, something bad's going to happen, but a 2% chance, not very likely.
I managed that on the very first rolling because of Strat.
Bagman!
Well, so close, but no. There are so many bags of holding, it's very unlikely that he's going to mess with you guys, but for now, you're fine. Yeah, you know what? I'll just have you do that once a day. He's going to come at night, so remind me if I forget.
Are you aware of the possibility of a bagman?
I don't think so.
I think we already rolled for that and failed.
Yeah, I don't think
No,
so.
I mean in character.
This is meta knowledge. Your characters wouldn't have any knowledge of this. We checked that already.
Okay, so there's no reason for us to partially split our resources between the bag of holding and having to carry the rest of it.
But yeah, I think...
I mean, currently all of Sven's food is on Sven's person.
So there's 30 rations we can keep on Sven then.
I think... Yeah, if I forget, we'll roll that
Insect
once a day.
repelling self.
Just to
Let's
see.
deplete 1 day's worth of that.
You do notice, now that you're down in the lowlands here, the insects seem to be a lot worse. So, insect repellent's definitely worth it.
Rig mail.
Let's also roll for weather.
Yeah, this is
Yay.
the point I decide whether or not I wear my ring now.
Okay. So let's go. First up, we'll check temperature, and then precipitation, and then wind.
It's cold.
Hey, good for you guys. Which means
It's chilly with a light
pleasant day.
breeze.
Yeah.
That's a nice day.
So, would
Chilly with
Olaf
lights.
be able to wear his ring mail without repercussion?
it's chilly for Chult. Is ringmail medium?
Ring mail is heavy.
Ringmail's heavy, not with heavy. Medium would be
Okay.
fine today.
Okay, he'll keep it on his person, but
Remember
just-
a minute to dawn or doff. Oh no.
yeah.
I don't remember how exactly that breaks down, but
It takes longer to put on than it takes to take off.
if you're prepared, you can put it on and you'll be fine. It's just, if you spend more than an hour in it, you'll have to roll. You do have a chain shirt, though. If you want to wear the chain shirt, you'll be fine today with the chain shirt.
Change shirts.
It's a medium. I think it's a 12 plus 2 decks. Up to 2
13.
decks.
Oh, I
13.
need to actually take my long rest.
So yeah, I'll be on 15 AC as normal. So
Okay.
I just don't want Elspeth expending a first level slot mage armor on me.
Good idea. Yeah, so it's cold enough today, not very humid, and not raining. So medium armor is fine today. With that, you can set off. You take off, defying gravity, as it were. So, first hex, just roll real quick, see if anything would see you to bother you. I'll just roll this for everybody to see. So these are the things that you could potentially pass today. Wow, that is
We read about Alan
Unreadable.
didn't we?
so that isn't big enough to bother you. That isn't big enough to bother you. That also isn't big enough to bother you. So yeah, you fly through this next
Amirasdottir!
hex perfectly fine. You're... How high are you guys want to fly, by the way?
I think we just want to just keep going. Right?
Like,
we don't want to be
like
impeded.
100 feet, 200 feet? What's
200
our
feet.
elevation? 200 feet? So you're at like eye level of the cliffs. Makes sense.
Passive perception is above 12. Do I
You're
spot
also
the
200 feet
Alvarage?
away, and they're like small creatures.
Yeah, I
so-
know. I'm joking.
I
I
can
just
imagine
really
Sven
love
just scooping
Alvarage.
one up like a fucking eagle. It's like, yoink, you're mine now.
I just really like bunnies. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. They're great.
I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to do a test. It's more fun if you guys don't know what you're potentially missing. And I can fudge things if I need to. Okay, so that was the first hex of the day. Second hex of the day. You fly over a bunch more things that have no way to spot you or mess with you. So the second hex goes by unbothered. This
Man,
next
flight
hex,
is OP.
you are going to have to land in this next hex to eat lunch. So the second of these three has a chance of bothering you. Oh, wonderful. So for this next hex, as you fly down for your daily lunch, let's get to perception checks.
Sure.
Who wants to roll it?
Perception.
Oh, I thought it was
Yeah, I have
everyone.
disadvantage because
Everyone
it's
can make
funny.
it. That makes more sense. Everybody's looking. That's a 9 from Sven.
14.
They're not particularly hiding too hard. So it's like probably a 10 to spot them. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody but Sven. Sven's completely caught off guard. You catch sight of some familiar looking to some of you individuals in a little clearing, sitting around a little handmade fire, is a patrol of Flaming Fist. These mercenaries, there is a veteran, very clearly in fancy armor. Looks like he's having a hard time with the heat. He's got a long sword next to him. And there's 8 people sitting around him. It looks like they have a tame dinosaur with them as well, Deinonychus, who is just eating some food. So, up to you guys. I'll have the scout roll to see if they spot you coming out of the sky, but I doubt it. We'll say 13 for this. Nope. They don't see you. So it's entirely up to you guys
What a
if you want to
shit.
interact with them or not. But you know that there's a Flaming Fist patrol that is taking lunch here nearby. If you want to share with them, or you can ignore them and just have your lunch in peace.
I think we should say hi. Say hi.
I'm bringing my lunch with me.
Okay. So with that, yeah, you guys can approach. On the ground, I'm assuming, or do you want to fly out of the sky and scare them?
No, I do not want to be fucking sniped by Flaming Fist.
I'm gonna go in the sky.
Alright, so flying.
Yeah, Olaf is gonna go on the ground, but like keeping up with like Elspeth. Like, are you trying to be extra?
I don't know if you
Sven
Sven
like-
didn't see it, so
Yes.
they're just kind of following after Olaf. Confused.
You should know me enough by
You're
now
landing
to
in the middle
answer
of
that
them.
question.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to be able to do both approaches. So I'm going to need... Which are we... I think the flying is going to take precedence. So...
That's fine. I don't mind Olaf being like 10 or 20 feet behind, be like, no, don't fucking shoot her!
I
so let's
Keep my
get...
distance. If you do your thing.
Elspeth, you want to make an intimidation check for me?
Sure. 26.
Oof.
26. That is
That's
pretty
the one
good.
charisma stat I have efficiency in.
That's probably going to cow everybody here. Just laying out the people here on the corner here. Just in case this becomes a fight. Just in case. Probably not.
Why would it become a fight?
I don't know. You did do a heckin' massive... what's the word? Intimidation check.
You did a scary thing.
So the 26, I will have the veteran can make this because you're gonna cow the guardsmen scouts, obviously. Yeah, I'm gonna roll an wisdom from him. If it beats, it's probably not gonna beat a 26. No.
Oh no.
That's it shouldn't have been disadvantage, but still a 4. Yeah, you fly out of the sky. This camp of Flaming Fist, they jump, they stand up, raise their swords, and the veteran says, "What creature are you?"
I'm a human.
Elspeth, honey, are you scaring the mercenaries? And like Olaf says, like 30 feet into the wood.
Well, what do you mean, what kind of creature? What do I look like?
Some horrible apparition of the jungle come to kill us. You see the commander has his longsword out. He looks
Somebody
pretty
pissed your
sick.
pants.
It does not take
Okay.
my insight to tell. He looks unwell.
Are you alright?
Yes.
I'm just gonna look at him. Do you want to put your swords away? I know you guys like getting your swords out, but I'm not interested.
Give me a persuasion check. I'll have its advantage because they're scared of you. This is just going to determine whether you convince them you don't mean them any harm, or whether they're going to try to run.
20.
20? Okay. So they are convinced that you don't want to kill them. They are convinced that you could kill them if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that, everybody's able to join them in camp. They seem to be in pretty poor spirits. The scouts and guards and whatnot, they talk about how they set off. They've been looking for a group of Thayan wizards that have been in the area causing trouble.
Thayan wizards?
Yeah, they have been ambushing travelers and stealing items from them. And of course, Flaming Fist fucking hate necromancers. So they're particularly angry about that. However...
is the D&D movie canon to our version of the Forgotten Realms? Because that was set in Neverwinter.
Sure. It can be.
I know all about Thayan wizards.
So you got to see the very handsome Chris Pine.
Wait, Hugh Grant is canon?
Oh yeah, Hugh Grant is canon in every multiverse. It's the way it works.
Fuck, I need to write Hugh Grant into my world now.
Anyway,
And Weeble.
so the Flaming Fist here, they say they've been chasing a band of what's the word? Thane wizards that have been ambushing travelers, causing trouble. They're not happy about that. However, during their scouting here, they stumbled into a nasty stretch of bog where they got stuck for a while. They lost their cart and lost one of their members. And it seems that their commander, a guy named Caleb, got sick with some sort of shivering sickness, which is making him pretty unwell, which is why he's all sweaty and shaky.
Check him up and maybe give him some medicine.
Yeah, medicine check.
Conveniently, I've got like all of the medicine for the standard things. It's all 20.
I know this isn't entirely rare, but since they're from Baldur's Gate, and that's where Olaf's uncle's forge was, and possibly provided weapons for the Red Fist, would any of them recognize? Like, would they have any gotten their weapons or repairs from Olaf's uncle's forge?
The Brandtrokk, they're not. Well, Baldur's Gate isn't very big. So I'm going to say like. Well, it's only like
I know it's going to be entirely like super like unlikely, but it's still a roll.
We'll give it there's like a 25% chance.
D25 or below? Or D20, 15
well, do you want
to
to be high or low? Up to you.
Alright, we'll do... you know what? I'll roll a D100, 25% chance.
Yeah. Do you want to be high or low, though? You rolled it too late.
No matter what.
Oh, right in the middle, doesn't matter. Yeah, so even if they got their stuff from the Brandtrokk forge, they wouldn't know. Medicine check from Lucia. So you can tell he's not been making his con checks. It seems like his insistence on wearing his heavy armor has fucked him over with his disadvantage it imposes on him. So you know, shivering sickness, DC 11 con save. Actually, I don't know if I shared this with you. There, now everybody can see. So when you contract,
I think it's empty for me.
Sorry, what?
It just
it's
says
empty, just
for
me.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
featureless note.
Okay, so I'll copy it over so you know what you're looking at here.
I mean, Lucia knows about the diseases. Yeah. We have established that, and she has literally the specific medicine for throat leeches, shivering sickness, and mad monkey fever.
I'll share it for everybody. When you get attacked by insects, I forgot to make you roll this when we fought insects previously. But when you finish an encounter with insects, there's a chance you can contract shivering sickness. You need to make con saves or you contract shivering sickness. And then you gain less hit points, basically, every rest. So he's not been making his saves because he insists on wearing his heavy armor. So he's not doing great because he's been failing every day for the last, 3 days.
That is pretty bad.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be harsh Lucia here. Okay.
Caleb Dirth. His name is Caleb Dirth. He's kind of wobbling a bit. He's got a good foot height on you.
Oh, I think he has more than a foot height on
probably.
me.
Yeah, you're under 5 feet, right?
I'm 4'6". That guy's
he's got a foot and a half on you. Yeah, he's wobbly. Very muscly, but at the moment just pallid. He's got one of those man flus, when you're just completely fucking useless.
Man flus
Olaf
are
understands. Olaf
the deadliest diseases.
Yes. He's got a bad case
Caleb,
of man
right?
flu. Yeah, he nods.
You're gonna listen here. First off, you take off that heavy armor. Oh. You have 2 options. Either you listen to me or you die within rough estimation, a couple days.
Give me a persuasion check.
I mean, right now I want to figure out how long
low
it would
DC,
have to continue.
just a 10. Low DC, just a 10. Persuasion check to see if he's going to listen to you. Makes it.
Something horse only as high as needs to.
Also, don't out me there, Abby. It's just the first word that popped into my head. Hush.
I just thought it was funny.
I was like, Caleb, and then the next word that popped into my head was Dur. And then as soon as I said it, I was like, oh no, there's a monster called Caleb Dur. Fuck.
So Caleb.
Yeah, he nods.
Yeah. You're gonna listen to me because if you continue on like this, you will be dead in 3 to 5 days.
Why are there 2 of you?
It's much consistent. Doesn't matter.
Wipes his forehead.
I like the idea. Oh,
so,
sorry.
First of all, you're gonna take out that heavy armor because otherwise, the armor itself is gonna kill you.
But I'm Flaming Fist. We never surrender. We fight for
The only
coin
thing that's
far and
flaming
wide.
for you right now is your fever.
You see one of the scouts just is shaking her head like, I told him. Yeah, and he nods and he says, I do feel kind of chilly.
Second of all, drink this. It's medicine against your fever. And I give him one of the anti-shivering sickness medicine.
He's ready to drink it. That scout, the woman, she's gonna hold up a hand real quick and say, "You don't mind if I have a look, right? I mean, no offense. You guys flew out of the sky and you're real scary. You could kill our captain and we're just
That
fine."
woman?
That woman?
That woman. She points at Elspeth.
Oh no.
So yeah.
My joke from earlier was that if Lucia just hears him say, "Oh, I've seen two of you," he's like, "Okay, scratch 3 to 5 days, 2 days."
Okay, I'll have the scout if you want to let her.
Yeah, it was a very simple just observation.
Or do you want to insist that he drink it as soon as possible?
Oh no, Spencer has perished.
I have not perished.
Well, we killed the DM, which is basically every creature in
Discord.
this game, so that's about...
Fucking Discord. Honestly, ridiculous. Hi, stream. Discord's stupid. I might need to close Discord entirely. Fucking trash garbage. Are you fucking kidding me? My Wi-Fi disconnected. Why did it do that? Well, hi stream. My internet just died for no apparent reason. I don't like that. So, I guess you're just gonna hang out with me here real quick while I try to solve my connection problems. I hate Windows. I guess this is Windows 11, isn't it? It hid all of the stupid troubleshooting options away in fucking hidden options. It used to be you just right-clicked on something and you could immediately diagnose the problems and reset your network adapter. Not anymore, because fuck me, I guess. Fucking Microsoft. I'm just going to mute myself. I'll be back in a second. Oh my fucking god! Ah! 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 Move, 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 move. Fuck you! Fuck you! Ah! Ah! Oh my god!
It's how you
Hi.
create a spelljammer.
So Olaf can eventually learn how to just make a spelljammer.
Hello.
Yeah.
That's
Can you hear
awesome. Yes, we hear
Yeah.
you.
Hey. Yeah.
Happy
so
to proceed.
The connection just resolved itself after I unplugged and replugged in the modem. But Microsoft, I guess, unbeknownst to me in its recent update, just removed your troubleshooter from control panel. Now it's exclusively through the settings, which requires a separate program to run troubleshooters now, which needs an internet connection to do. I fucking hate Microsoft so much.
That's kind of dumb.
So I'm glad that it fixed itself, because I had no way to fix that. Because you can't run troubleshooters without downloading a separate app now. Thanks, Microsoft.
Wow.
I sincerely hope that that company dies painfully right now. What were we talking about?
Can we apparate companies into like physical forms so we
I
can
sure
kill
would
them?
like to.
Can we apparate Nestle into like a physical form and then kill it like French Revolution style?
Like, why would you need to
Into
download
deity
a
now?
separate app to run troubleshooters? Why wouldn't it just be native in the device? Why? Why?
On a more positive note, my friend got me a birthday present. When they got it for me initially, it was broken, but they reordered it and it's super cute. Do you want to see a picture?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were doing...
And then we can continue.
We were doing...
You know, the
Healing
Dungeons and
of
Dragons
a Flaming
thing.
Fist person. The Flaming
Hello,
Fist person...
Spencer. Welcome back.
Flaming Fist Scout was going to check out the medicine if you want to let her.
Yeah, I would imagine that she doesn't let the commander drink the weird medicine that a Drow is giving him
Yeah.
out of nowhere.
Yeah, no.
So yeah.
Yeah. While she's checking that, I'll just say to the commander, why wouldn't you just turn back your less than 2 days travel from your camp, right?
Are they less than 2? No.
Yes, because it's 6 hexes away, isn't it?
You only do 4 hexes on foot.
Yeah, so 2
At
days.
most. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, so he would look at you and say, well, I guess he can't really see you very well at the moment. So he's just going to peer at you and say, we have a mission. Flaming Fist, don't back down.
Right. Why don't we have a look? You said there was some red wizards. Do you know whereabouts they might be? Have any leads?
They shrug. They don't know. That's why they were out here looking. With a 2, the scout can't determine anything particularly useful from the medicine. She sort of shrugs. I'll let
Do
your
they
persuasion
look-
from earlier carry over.
Yeah. Do they look like they have no clue what they're doing when checking out the medicine?
Oh, yeah. With a 2? Yeah, no idea.
Yeah. You have no clue what you're doing, right?
She looks embarrassed, but nods.
I will take the vial. I take a bit in my mouth and very clearly swallow it.
She nods, but she says, for all now, you could be immune to that poison. This could all be a trap. How do we know you're not Thayans?
If we wanted to kill you, then I would not waste poison on you, then we would just kill you, especially considering that your commander, who seems the only one capable enough of potentially surviving around against her, and pointing specifically at Elspeth, currently doesn't even know how many people he's talking to.
Yeah. She chews her lip for a minute, and then she says, all right, fine. She backs off.
And then I hand over the thing to him.
Yeah. He drinks it
Do you
down
have any-
eagerly. Yeah. Abby?
Do you have any information about the surrounding area? This would be useful for us.
That's a great
We
question.
can give you.
Sorry.
We can give you some in return.
Yeah, they will absolutely accept that offer. What they will tell you, I'll just reveal the hexes around this square now. They will tell you that this section of the Aldani Basin, a lot of dinosaurs, a lot of swamp. There's also locals in the area called I think it's Aldani. The basin is named after them. They are sentient lobster folk. Yeah, they say they can be scary at first, but they're perfectly friendly and reasonable. They'd be willing to trade, but mostly they just ignore people. They will
And they
tell
trade
you.
in money.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off again.
I was just asking if they trade in money, right?
They would say no. They have no need for money. They trade in goods and services.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have a barter economy. They exclusively trade for food and equipment. What they will tell you is that recently, the far side of the swamp has started to become really dangerous. They're not entirely sure why, but they haven't... I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice now. I may have yelled at my modem. Actually, I yelled at Microsoft, not the modem. What they say is that the swamp is becoming increasingly dangerous. They're not entirely sure why. There's been like extra amounts of pests in the area, which is how Caleb got sick. Beyond that, there have been odd little fetishes showing up here and there, like little wicker depictions of like the guards themselves just in their packs randomly. They seem to be made with like human hair. They're not entirely sure what's going on with that.
That definitely sounds like a hag.
Yeah, animals in the area seem to be watching them a little too intelligently as well. They also, some of them swear they've seen an old lady in the trees, but
Yeah. I'll tell them about the hag at the heart of Uptown. Tell them to, if they can go check it out if they want, but be wary of the petrification trap. Good luck getting up there.
yeah, I was about to say they thank you, but they have no idea how to get up there. So
Yeah. I'll just say, have you heard anything from Orlunga recently? The Oracle there?
They say that Orlunga it's not a place that they would go into. The locals have superstitions about that place. Some of them go there for pilgrimages and whatnot. Same as the heart of Uptown. Apparently it's some sort of sacred wild magic location, but they don't believe in that silliness. So they've never been there. But every once in a while they'll pass Chultan pilgrims or Tabaxi pilgrims on their way over there. There's a Tortle mystic who lives down here in the Aldani Basin. If you come across her, apparently she's, they called her Gromma, can't remember her last name. They probably wouldn't remember her last name either. Gromma. I never stopped the recording. I just muted myself, so you won't hear the yelling of me in the recording. There's a Tortle mystic called Gromma down in the Aldani Basin. Gromma apparently knows Orlunga and directs people over there, but again, Flaming Fist mercenaries, they don't believe in any of that nonsense. They worship Joaquin, I think, if I remember correctly. So they have no time for any of that nonsense. As far as they're concerned, the wilds of the jungle are just superstition and monstrosities yet to be conquered. But they can point it out to you on the map.
Seen any giants or heard anything about the crashed Asher?
I'll roll for that one. Because they might have. I'll use the veteran stats, and we'll take it as a collective of the whole group. This to me sounds like a wisdom. It's 0-0 either way.
Oh yeah, Elspeth is just like floating there this whole time. She's not touched the ground.
Yeah, exactly. So they're still very scared of you, answering your questions.
Yeah. Olaf is just like going around, like, she's really nice if you get to know her, as they start to repair all their equipment.
Yeah. They're like, a couple of the guards, Albie, are like, so are you like her
It looks like we're floating over a lake.
Yeah, it's a swamp.
Okay.
What did you say, Spencer?
Some of the guards will elbow Olaf and say like, "Are you like her manservant or something?"
He's gonna stag face them and tighten one of their like pieces of armor, like
Is she
a little
like
bit
some
too
kind of
tight.
princess?
It's like, you could say that.
Is she?
I feel like Sunray is
market?
very offended in the corner. Just like,
Yeah. The guards are being a little gross. They're gonna say, "Is she on the market?"
you. She's her own damn person.
That immediately cows them. Not you so much, but her staring down at them with lightning in her eyes. They tone down the gross madness. With a 16 from the veteran, the group was aware of the airship crashing. They haven't been down there. Flaming Fist doesn't patrol that far south, but they definitely saw it crash. With a 16, they know it's called the Star Goddess. It was carrying mostly cargo from Kalimshan, I think. I can look that up later. But they something like that, they would say. They're not entirely sure where it was coming from, but it was mostly carrying cargo to dock in Port Nyanzaro. They saw it explode in the sky. They have no idea what that was about, and they watched it crash. But yeah, nothing particularly helpful about that one. What was your other question?
Seen any giants?
Any giants? Giants is news to them. They have not spotted any giants. They're quite concerned.
Right.
Frost giants in the jungle is a weird idea to them, and they don't like the idea. Of course, they would all get immediately stomped by a giant, so they're also not keen on running into one.
Yeah. All right. I'll just say that you've all been very helpful. I hope you stay safe. I would recommend heading back to camp if you don't get any better soon.
The veteran's just completely passed out. The commander, he's asleep. He's captain.
Right, maybe stay here for a bit then.
They nod. As for you, Sven, as I was saying, you are on the edge of a swamp. So if you want to go fishing, you certainly can. You want to make me?
I can finally use my fishing pole.
Yeah. So this will be a tools check with dexterity.
Would it benefit from survival?
I'd let it be survival instead, if you're proficient. The point is you get the proficiency either way because you're proficient in fishing poles. So
I am not proficient in fishing pole. I just have them.
Oh, you just have one. Well.
15.
Regardless, 15 is pretty good. Yeah, you pull up some...
The fishing pole is flavor.
Yeah. You don't get any fish, but with a 15 you pull out this big fat blue crayfish. It's gray when it's underwater, but as soon as you pull it out, it turns like a bright blue.
Nice. I carefully snap its neck and start cooking it.
It's a great.
I snap its head off.
If you want to be humane, you would stab a knife right below its head to say.
Okay,
It's like a lobster,
I
isn't
would know how to kill it. I Riley do not know how to kill a crayfish, but Sven would.
Crayfish is basically just a freshwater lobster.
Yeah. Sven humanely kills the crayfish and starts cooking it over fire.
Yeah. Oh crap! I can't remember.
I'm making a little extra for lunch.
There you go. What does the prawn guy say from Elden Ring?
What exactly?
Yeah, because one of the guards
About trusting people? Or
yeah, I think the guard is going to turn to you and say, "Never met someone else with a taste for prawns. Would probably trust you."
what's that?
Food's food.
Never met someone into prawns I couldn't trust.
Yeah, that's it. That's something like that.
Yeah. So you have some tasty crawfish, probably just enough for you.
Yeah, never met someone with a taste for prawns I couldn't trust. Yeah. Oh, wait, did you just find the same Elden Ring Extra Life wiki page?
Maybe.
It's a good page.
Regardless, you guys have your lunch here with the Flaming Fist mercenaries. They give you some useful information, some less than useful information. They generally don't go into the swamp, but they know that there's a group of red wizards in the area, so they were investigating here. Got sick. Swamps were getting worse. That's the deal. They thank you profusely for helping the veteran, by the way. As soon as he falls asleep, they notice his fever goes down, even in the hour you spend eating lunch.
Also give him this. Just put it in some water, mix it around a bit. Will help him with being half dead, with the headache and the fever and stuff like that.
They thank you very much.
May the Quiet One watch over you and help him recover.
All right. I'm going to have the scout make a religion check to see if she recognizes what religion that is.
I also have the emblem on my coat, but
she got
she has no
5,
clue.
so she has no idea who Eldeth is.
Yeah. She could ask.
She could.
Lucia,
Will she?
what's this the quiet one?
Yeah. She's gonna. The scout grimaces and she goes, who's the quiet one?
Well, I guess fitting that the Flaming Fist wouldn't know much about Eldeth's titles, but
I don't know who Eldeth is. I rolled a 5. I've never been in a church.
No, did they not actually say that?
Metatextually.
Yeah.
I just look at the scout
I've
like
never been in
like a bit
church
bit
before.
dumbfounded.
She says, "What? I grew up on the streets in Baldur's Gate. I've never been in a church."
I would someone in your profession still expect to know the Goddess of Peace?
Oh, Goddess of Peace. You hear some of the other guards laugh. They say, "No, we don't know anything about that." I mean, we keep the peace, but we make our own peace. We don't
Debatable.
need to pray to a god for that.
Lucia, have you ever been to Baldur's Gate?
Why would I be in Baldur's Gate?
Well, it's just the Flaming Fist is a mercenary group. They just act as town guards, but in essence, they are still mercenaries.
I know. You told me before.
Sorry. I'm saying.
I meant more because people will hire them for conflicts, and the priests of my church usually are intermediaries in conflict situations where they try to keep the peace, unlike certain other peoples who get hired for money to murder people.
Olaf not so subtly points at the Flaming Fist.
Yeah, I think that insult does not go unheard, but they're grateful enough about the medicine and scared enough of Elspeth that they'll let it slide. At this point, though, one of the scouts is going to spot Butterscotch. Their tail appears sticking out of your backpack as they wiggle their way backwards out of there with a mouse in their mouth, seemingly out of nowhere, and climb up on your shoulder. And then all of the guards simultaneously go, "Aww!" and surround you to protect Butterscotch. It's very unbecoming of a bunch of very beefy, strong mercenaries. And Butterscotch does a show of showing off the rat they found somewhere.
I give Butterscotch some some squidgies bit behind the ears, on the chin.
Yeah. With that, your lunch is completed, and you now have the option to do something else.
Right. Let's
Like
carry on then.
traveling?
Carry on traveling then. So you have, I think that was the third hex. So you need 2 hexes from the heart. Yeah, so you get 3 more. So
So we can probably get to Umbala today.
yeah. So you
Do we
fly
want to go to
this
Vala?
next section.
It's
I mean,
on
that's
the
where we have
way.
to finish up, isn't it? Because we have 3 more hexes.
Mhm.
And it's better than camping in the wilderness if we're actually camping in somewhat civilized.
You'll be a
lands.
little
Yeah.
ways away from Mbala by nightfall. You won't quite make it.
We could push it a bit.
You could push it at the risk of some exhaustion. But if you
Yeah,
want to push
I think we can push it to Mbala.
Okay. Let me just roll real quick. You're back to 200 feet in the air, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good idea.
I think we just fly up in the middle of the Flame Fist camp and then like, oh shit, the elves can do it as well.
Okay, we're in the swamp now. So where is wilderness? Swamp. Wilderness swamp. There we go. Test macro, test macro, test macro. What things could you potentially find?
Olaf will say to Elspeth during the flight how he finds men disgusting. Based on the interaction with the guards. Like, he'll tell the story with the guards, not just that out of context.
Uh,
Why does someone become a mercenary? Who would like willingly just go out, just fight random things for someone else?
People live both different kinds of life, I think, and sometimes it just seems like the simplest thing to do.
I mean, we agreed to kill some pirates for Volo.
Fun?
We agreed to kill
I
some
don't think
pirates
there's a
for Volo.
there's a
No,
when
it was
comes to
Dashlin.
the killing
It
of
was
pirates.
Dashlin, not
Not
Volo.
They were just friends, but
Oh.
close enough.
Yeah, also, Zanti wanted them dead, and she's offering to pay us quite a bit. So I can see why they would do it. Should pay as well. If you're good at fighting like we are, then it can be quite lucrative.
Just weird that they carry themselves with such righteousness, considering that they're, well, mercenaries. Just take gold, just do someone's dirty work. Doesn't seem very righteous to me.
I guess.
You say this all in the air, flying at like 30 miles an hour, yelling at each other.
What do you say?
That it's weird that they feel so self-righteous.
We need to come up with a better system. But I agree. I mean, they're not much of city guards. They don't do me much good, especially when I cause a forge explosion.
So
I mean,
this,
accidentally cause a forge explosion.
this is going to be really funny in retrospect, but my plans for expanding Hope's common magic item was going to be that it would allow them to allow him to create telepathic connection between people. Basically, just a perpetual message between the group. That would have been really
That's
useful.
so cool.
Anyway, in the
Oh
meantime,
yeah, you came up with this thing for a magic item for me. I'm still waiting to see what that is. I'm really
no, I mean
excited.
the needle was the invented magic item.
Oh, is it still the needle? Oh, okay.
I've been
Yeah.
slowly adding things to the needle as you advance your
Have
personal.
I not been reading it? Oh no.
I mean, you started off only being able to make mundane, simple weapons, and now you can add enchantments to weapons.
Also, it's a tattooing needle, so if Elspeth wanted a tattoo, can I also use it?
Also wants a magic tattoo.
No, it's not the same thing. You could imbue her with the skills, but then you would lose that item.
Damn it. Hey, Elspeth, you never replaced me.
I will say the first hex, nothing interesting happens, nothing bothers you guys. The second hex for the second half of the day, you do spot a lone brontosaurus towering above the trees. It probably doesn't notice you, but you spot it, and it's big and it's cute. It's massive, it's gargantuan, so
Oh, baby.
yeah. It seems to just be completely alone, just wandering around, living its life. For this third hex, nothing would reach you again. I rolled another brontosaurus, so I guess you see the brontosaurus's mate looking for his friend, or looking for its mate. So you've seen two brontosauruses today. But with that, yeah.
And they were roommates.
Yeah, if you're going to push yourself to a 7th hex today, I'm going to need you to roll cons checks, everybody.
Okay.
11.
11.
22.
Okay.
Yo, 16 from Lucia?
Yeah. So the DC for the exhaustion is 10. So Sven, do you have an inspiration you want to use on this?
Yeah, I've got an inspiration. I'll spend it.
All right.
That'll take me
Automatically.
no matter what I roll to 10.
So you aren't exhausted by pushing yourselves. However, as soon as you begin coming out of the swamp and you can see that a village is up ahead. At this point, beams of yellow light begin wrapping themselves around you like manacles. And I'm going to need everybody to make charisma saving throws, including Moxie.
Oh no!
I know what spell this is.
Should my dog also make it?
He's not flying.
Oh yeah,
It's
I was
only those
holding
of you
him,
who are
so.
flying.
Because this is defense from a Pterofolk.
So that's Sven fail, Olaf fail.
This is pretty bad because Spencer kind of spoiled this year.
I feel like the only reason that Elspeth got captured is because Olaf distracts her.
Every single person failed super badly.
So the DC for this effect is 13. So all of you get wrapped in. Yep. You have entered a region that is under the effects of a sort of permanent Earthbind spell. You can attempt to resist this every 10 minutes or so. So if you do want to fly, you can attempt this charisma save again to break out of it.
How far are we off from the village?
Well, this would be 1 hex. So.
So they fucking set that out very far.
It's 1 hex in and around the thing.
Yeah, I'm voting against going there.
But you are right on the edge of this effect. You've got maybe, to push yourselves, you would have been flying into the night. So this is like probably 10 p.m.
I can't.
Are we just
being
falling down, or are we suspended in the air?
You descend at a safe speed for Earthbind. You don't plummet out of the sky, so you just drop precipitously. You lose your forward momentum. You just drop straight down as the spell takes hold.
I think we just need to carry on walking.
I mean, at this point,
you still want to go there?
Yes,
at this
why not?
point, we should probably rest for the night and go there in the morning.
I think it's pretty clear this is more than just a settlement.
Yes, if they have magic, that means they're more helpful to us.
You did read in the journal that the Hag's Lair has this effect around it. It does not take a lot for your characters to put this together. You are close to the Hag's Lair for this effect to have taken hold of you.
You said
I guess
I didn't read that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you said that the Hag's Lair was elsewhere.
You said that it had the food swallowing. You didn't say the Earthbind effect.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you rolled poorly on that one.
He did mention that
Defense against Pterofolk, which we didn't know which wasn't necessarily.
I'm sorry. I forgot you didn't
effect.
get all of the regional effects because you rolled really poorly on that.
Good.
You can put it together now that this is one of the regional effects of her lair.
All right, let's rest.
That's what she meant by defenses against Terrafolk.
I don't think Lucia would figure it out.
Fair enough.
Because she didn't really care about the stuff that Elspeth told her. After realizing that it doesn't have anything to save Saka.
Unless like wisdom would be helpful in this, with my -1 modifier to intelligence, I don't think Sven would make the connection either, but Riley am pointing it out just in case Elspeth is intelligent enough to realize it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, let's rest then.
Yeah, I wrote that in the journal. I forgot that I didn't pass that on to the information you learned. I would allow Olaf, if you want to do some cross-referencing now that you've seen this with Volo's guide, just to see if you can get any more information about the way powerful hags work.
Yeah, Are the events of Baldur's Gate 3 can't know. I don't think Olaf would reasonably know anything about hags. Other than, like... Yeah, Volo might. So, is it a nature check set? Sorry?
Yeah, with Volo's guide, I think it's a nature with advantage, I think is what I said. I always forget every time.
It's advantage if the hag is in Volo's guide.
Baldur's Gate hasn't happened yet. Baldur's Gate 3 hasn't happened yet. It takes place after Descent into Avernus.
Because this is
Because they all went
Yes,
to
you're
Beltrail.
right.
1492, I think, or 1493 is this year in game.
Hey, Elspeth, you're the honeymoon in fucking Elturel? Surely nothing bad will happen.
But yeah, you can make that check from Volos.
I think so.
22, yeah. So with that, I'm going to pull up her journal again, and I'll transfer this over since you've learned more. This was in Overhead Locations, Land of Chult, Belignanus Journal, edit, regional effects. With a 22, you can get the rest of the regional effects, I think, would make sense for stuff that hags can do. Because none of this is that unusual for hags. The Earthbinding one is the one that is a homebrew thing that isn't in the monster manuals. But
yeah, but we could infer that from what we've read of this personal
context
journal of
clues.
this
She
particular
specifically is being fucked with by Terrafolk, and she doesn't like that. So
You know, I can respect that. I can respect the hatred of Terrafolk.
The other regional effects, pests and beasts up to intelligence 2 around a hag's lair are usually automatically charmed by her. So they can't they won't respond to being summoned by her, but they regard her as an ally and regard intruders as enemies. So if you encounter any beasts, they're going to attack you. Actually, I'm going to have Six Whiskers make a check real quick once we're done this. As Gondor too, actually. Gondor too. Hags also tend to manifest symbols of their presence, which the Flaming Fist mercenaries mentioned. Little fetishes of people and characters, little signs, little sweets hanging in trees and whatnot. There's the Earthbinding effect. Obviously, that's specific to her. And then there's the spoiling food in the domain, so that you're
What about the
forced to
gecko
rely
as
on
well? Doesn't the gecko have true
True,
intelligence?
true. The gecko will have to as well.
But it's magically entwined, so can we still have the fresh little guy?
Well, he's trapped.
Oh, we'll see.
He's trapped, so it doesn't matter either way. But yeah, so if I can get Riley roll for Six Whiskers. Actually, I think they're all... 2 of them are Riley's. Yeah, so I think
Yikes.
for Rat, it's -3. I think for Gondor, it's also going to be -3.
So first one for Six Whiskers, I guess?
Yeah, and then for the gecko, also a 4, a 2 intelligence for the gecko, which is -4.
Should I roll that since Fenrir's been carrying around the fucking gecko?
3d20s with -4, and we'll do Six Whiskers, Gondor, and then the
Yeah,
gecko.
I'll do the Legek.
Legek.
We'll go with
Legek is
the
fine.
mouse first.
Oh, no, that's a nature check, sorry. Okay, the Gek first. Gek!
Oh, the mouse. That's the mouse.
That's the mouse? Okay, so
That's
Six
the
Whiskers.
mouse.
That's what
Yeah.
Riley said.
Six Whiskers becomes very agitated, climbs out of her safe spot inside of Fenrir's head, and starts gesticulating at the lot of you. And if any of you get close, she'll try to bite you.
No.
Okay.
Butterscotch is
I
looking
guess-
over your shoulder, Lucia, and is like, "Can I eat it now?"
Go for the
I-
gek.
No.
Should I roll
Come
that?
on, you had direct today.
1d20 minus
Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so he starts saying words like, fuck. I'm so bad at this.
He just drops his bit entirely. Fuck you!
No, he has to speak in TIONs. That's the nature of the enchantment on him. He says, decomposition,
Revolution or something?
intrusion,
Intrusion.
discombobulation, defenestration.
Sedition.
Elspeth, he knows what defenestration means.
Okay, then last but certainly not least, Gondor, the flying poison snake.
That's a natural
It's a -3.
I'm going to need you to make an attack from Gondor on you.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit.
That does not
but he
hit
tries to
at
bite
all.
you. Now, if you could give me an animal handling check to see if you can get hold of him or he's going to fly away for a bit. He will come back to
No.
you. He can smell you.
14.
Yeah, you're able to wrangle him and you can put him in... You probably have a bag. You can put him in a bag for now, but he's real angry. It's an angry
yeah,
note.
like people do with actual snakes.
It's an
I
angry
put him
note.
in a bag and put a knot in the bag and just grumble about it.
He's an angry noodle.
He's a spicy noodle.
The gecko keeps saying ominous phrases that end in T-I-O-N. And Six Whiskers, of course, also very angry. Anybody want to make an animal handling check to try to get her under control?
I will.
I can try.
I have a
I'll try and
-1,
get-
so I will
I'll
not.
try and get a
+6.
6.
That's a 20.
You
Yo!
get 6 under control. She's still not happy, so you're probably going to have to put her in some sort of a cage or box for the time being.
I'm also going to
I pull out another bag.
trick just for me personally.
Sure.
I mean, is there a little latch on the exterior birdcage?
She could probably fit through the bars, no problem. Problem is she'll be able to get
Yeah, but that means she can leave then.
Yeah.
I just look on my shoulder to Butterscotch.
Yeah, Butterscotch seems fine.
No reaction.
Oh, told you Butterscotch is a smart cat.
Butterscotch nods.
Give him a bad.
Did that cat just nod?
They shake their head. They do, however, look pretty concerned.
No.
Their ears they're on high alert, and they're like scanning the treetops, very concerned. They're not happy at all about being here. It's the same
Also,
sort of behavior
cats.
as
Cats have a 3 intelligence anyways, so they wouldn't be affected by the thing that only affects creatures of 2 or lower.
2 or lower.
Thank God Fenrir has a 4 intelligence. Although I don't think
he's
she
not a
can take
beast.
control of constructs.
It's only beasts.
Beast-like.
Anyway, so I gave them saving throws because they're hero beasts, but still. Yeah, you've got your animals under control. You can find a fitting box for Six Whiskers, not a problem. Yeah, and it's well into the night now when you have this all under control.
Can we go outside the range of the thing that's happening here? Would anyone tell Lucia that this is likely the Hexley or whatever?
Yeah, based on my roll earlier, that 22 nature, with the information about the hag and the information we have about this hag in particular, can I state the effects of the party?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It seems that there's some kind of coercion going on with the beasts in the area. I don't know how far it goes, but certainly when we went this far, they began to become agitated. I don't know how far we have to go to stop them from this agitation.
But what is it? Why is it? I mean, we got wrapped in chains and the animals are going crazy. Like, what's going on?
It's the hag's
Sorry.
effects on the magic in this area.
Do we
The moment
wanna
you say hack, she like instantly snaps, looks at you in the eye, her ears peek up a bit.
Do we want to maybe avoid this area?
I'm going to tell you right now, even in our current condition, even if we're at peak physical condition, we won't be able to deal with the hag. Not easily, at least.
From Volo's
It would
guide,
depend what
you know,
Exactly.
hags. This is very clearly a green hag. They're generally CR3. It sounds like
Oh,
she's
really?
beefed up a bit more, so you can.
Yeah,
take
I think
her.
we could fight a
It's just-
hag.
It's going to be hard.
Sorry, no, okay, then Olaf is going to correct himself. We can take on the hag, but it's not going to be an easy task. It seems they've set up shop here for a while at that.
If there's anywhere we're going to get to cockatrice, it's going to be with this hag.
Is that,
Yeah.
so I guess, one second, how far back to the heart
That's
of
true.
the town? Is that a day's
We have a
travel?
teleportation
That's a day-
scroll.
We have a teleportation scroll.
You could
It
teleport
takes
otherwise 2 days.
like a day and a half of our journey, but I think we could manage it.
I think we kill the hag.
Would we want to go to Oralunga first and then teleport back to the heart of Oaktown?
Yes.
And
yes.
go from there to wherever we need to go.
Yes, because the Oralunga and the heart are roughly equidistant from the airship crash site, so that would be the best shot.
Should we clear our path so far and then rewrite what we're doing now?
Okay, if you want to, we can clear some of
Yeah,
the clutter.
I mentioned that earlier in the.
Yeah, I
in
saw
the
that. I was
comment
just trying to
section.
clear
I was
some
like,
stuff up,
We should
yeah.
probably get rid of some of these marks, but I don't know who made them.
Me, mostly. I'm a little shit. I like changing colors. It's great.
Alright. So
Oh, what about this green
from where
thing?
we are
that-
right now. So
That was
Oronka.
something.
I don't remember what that was. I think you
None
spotted.
of them-
What's the dragon swamp thing?
Oh, right.
I thought the
Then-
dragon thing was Needle's bones.
Oh no, that was Needle's
Then
Bones, you're
we
right. This
teleport
I know
from
this
here
is.
to here.
is a settlement. You would have spotted from the air. I don't know why we
Okay.
settled there. I don't remember telling you about it, but yeah, it is a settlement. You just pass it by.
And then I guess we travel to the airship crash site. And from there we go to... We didn't need to go
Where?
to Ataz Kakla. We just need to go to the port. Jahaka
Yeah.
Bay.
We kill a bunch of pirates. And
Steal
then
a ship,
we'll
turn it
speak
into an
to-
airship, leave.
At the end of the
And
day,
then we need to find from Orlonga. We will find the location of
Mesero.
Mesro.
well, Omu, which is the real Mesero.
Yeah.
I fucked that up, so it's
so-
canon now.
Also,
Yeah.
what's this?
What's what?
Those are the flame fists.
Oh, okay,
We threw them into the ocean and made them 10 miles wide.
Oh yeah,
okay.
very big boys.
Nice!
There's it's called the Flaming Fist Island.
Ah,
Yep, totally.
okay.
It's canon now.
It's canon.
But yeah,
You just call it the Flaming Fist, it's just a bunch of stones. That,
I'm
look
gonna
like
say
fists.
if you got a decent amount into this hex to get, and you push yourself to get into this hex, so to get back out of the hex, you're gonna lose out on your long rest.
Yeah, we just need to rest here.
Can't
I think.
Okay.
And also, can we try to make her... I know that based on what we learned, the animals are going to be the eyes and ears of this thing. Can we try to make ourselves, like, obscured? Really make our cabin sink into the wilderness?
You certainly can try. Stealth or
Yeah.
survival, your choice. Whoever
Can
has
we
the
just do this
highest-
as a group thing? Because, like, we're all invested
Yeah,
in
You
this?
can make it a
Somebody
group
helps.
check, but that increases the likelihood of it going poorly because one of you could roll really bad.
Yeah, maybe if somebody helps Sven,
Because it's not
maybe
average.
somebody can help me out
It's over under.
because I'm good at survival.
I have to have proficiency to help, don't I?
Yeah.
I don't have
Does
proficiency
anybody
in survival.
have proficiency in survival?
I think Asaka did.
She did.
No,
Yeah.
shut up!
So it's just me.
So just Sven, it's just a straight roll with a +5. Should be okay. You should do a decent job.
Nope.
Well, you rolled a 2, so that's a 7.
Can I? Oh, I can't help anyways.
It seems
Can I help
like
with a
they did
different
decent
skill
job.
if I can justify it?
Sure.
I mean, I could make any
I'll let you
sets of
boost it.
tools.
What do you want to do?
My idea is basically I'm helping with just tool usage and giving them a better access to tools that they would need to make these.
That doesn't.
It's a
seem-
bit of a
No,
flimsy
don't
one, I
think
know.
so. I don't think
Well,
so.
you can just.
Without
We'll
proficiency,
be fine.
you're just giving Sven like hammers and shit. It's not very helpful. So
Yeah, I
they,
was just thinking that they could make
that.
better disguises and stuff.
they do their best job.
You try to give Sven a hammer, and they're like, "I don't need that."
They,
do their best
they
job.
just put it on top of whatever they're doing. It's like, that's fine, yeah.
They think they did a great job, and the rest of you, unless you want to roll for it,
It's because I'm very tired.
No, we'll be fine. We can long rest now.
you settle in.
Lucia's just pacing up and down the whole time.
All right, who wants to take
Yeah,
first
just here to-
watch?
I'll take
maybe-
first watch.
Mia was saying something as Lucia.
Sorry.
What were you
Yeah,
saying?
no, Lucia's just like basically mumbling to herself and saying something about the hag.
Okay.
I'm gonna take first watch and I'm gonna speak to Lucia. I'll say I know you don't have to sleep properly, but you do need some rest.
I'm fine. Just thinking.
Yes, but we're going to fight a hag. It's not going to be easy, and if you're tired, then that will increase the chance that we don't make it out.
But maybe you don't have to fight. I don't know. Talk with her. Maybe she unpetrify Sasaka? Just let us go. I don't know.
What do I know about hags, Spencer?
Well, you did look up the stat sheet earlier in Vola's guide. The in-universe equivalent of a stat sheet. So what do you want to know?
I want to know, I know that hags, take souls and eat people. I want to see if Elspeth knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that she eats people because she wants to eat intelligent creatures.
I'll just say
from folklore and Vola's guide that they're deal makers primarily. Their green hags are fey type creatures, which means they are bound by their word, but as a matter of principle, not as a matter of law. Because they're chaotic, neutral creatures, or hags specifically chaotic evil, but they're all chaotic.
I'll just say they're evil by nature. They eat people. I don't think she's going to let Asaka go without getting something back in return, and whatever she wants, I don't think you want to give.
You know some other people that are evil by nature, supposedly? Drow.
Not anymore. The DMG no longer has race.
It.
What else? But
Just look you straight in the eyes.
They're a lot less plastic than people are.
The fuck is plastic?
Flexible. It's a synonym. Choose it.
No, but does plastic exist in our world?
No, but it was a term.
Rubber. Just say rubber. Rubber exists naturally.
So does
That's
plastic.
not the word, though. I'd have to explain what I was meaning.
Vin!
Anyway.
Just, FYI, plastic does exist, and it did exist before we invented oil plastic.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
My bad.
Plastics is an
It
old word.
doesn't matter.
Regardless. Does Lucia have a follow-up?
Egg and blood.
Vin!
I'm uncertain what you mean with that.
Would you respond to Elspeth's insistence that hags are a little more static than Drow are?
Doesn't change the fact that she has what we need to get the Saka back.
And we can take it from her.
Why is it that with you, it's still every single time there is a problem, your solution is to kill someone?
Because she deserves it.
Why?
Because
What
she's
do you know of that hag?
I know that she's been petrifying people and eating them. And I know that she petrified Saka, who is our friend, and we want her back.
It's less about whether or not.
You're asleep.
Can I contribute? I'm asleep. Never mind.
Yeah, I wrote into that. Don't worry.
This is during first watch.
She had one of Hope's friends up there as well, and Hope would want him back.
Yep.
Yeah.
You cut out there. I don't know if.
Oh, you got the point. I guess. Just could still try to not just go in with the intention of killing her.
I don't know if you want to give her the chance. She's a fae. We don't know exactly what she's capable of. I've not been able to read her whole book. We can try talking to her, but just don't make any deals with her.
Because you're a fae, you're not automatically bad. My aunt is a fae.
She's not bad because she's a fae. She's bad because she's a hag. Just rest a bit, please.
They make deals, and usually in a way that people end up regretting or what. Maybe there's something she wants from us or something that we can do for her that we don't have to. Said it yourself, she's dangerous, and we might not even be able to win against her. So if we can avoid fighting, would be smarter, right?
I think we can win. And whatever we have will surely make it easier to kick the Stone Sisters back to wherever they came from.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Shouldn't you be on watch?
Well, it is the two of you for this first part, and then Elspeth goes to sleep. So I'll ask you, what is your position? Are you going to be inside the house looking out the porthole? Are you going to be outside, keeping watch outside the hut?
I'll be outside.
Outside?
Same.
Same with Lucia? Okay.
Also outside.
Okay.
I would be a bit less involved on this one. I would try to distract myself, calm my nerves a bit.
You are sleepy. Very sleepy.
I am very sleepy. I have not slept in 2 days.
If you're going to push this again, the DC goes up each day. You don't sleep. So it's hard as you go.
RP-wise, I kind of want to push it. Gameplay-wise, I really don't. Because I remember the last time I was exhausted for
Exhaustion's
something
real
big,
bad.
and then I had to roll like 50 times with disadvantage.
I once played a character who didn't sleep
What's
in
that?
one of Yusuf's games. I played a character that didn't sleep.
Okay.
I thought that was the werewolf character, not in my game, was it?
How?
No, we
No.
are in watch here. I'm sorry. If we can keep
Oh.
on track, because we did
Sorry,
lose
sorry.
like 20 minutes there when my internet cut out.
That's okay. I just realized what you meant,
You
Abby.
okay?
Yeah.
It's already cut you off. I do love sidetracks. And Abby's Tomb of Annihilation game sounds like a nightmare.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. Mia did the Tomb of Annihilation game. Never mind.
Anyway,
Anyway.
do you want us to make a perception check?
Yeah. Both of you can make one, or one of you can make with advantage. Up to you. Since you're both outside.
Go on,
Hopefully
Mia.
we'll see
Do better
a good
than I
job.
did.
Oh, my first bad perception check after having like 3 or 4 over 20.
What this means is you're not going to be able to respond. You're going to be surprised as a droning sound comes out of the swamp towards you, as a number of giant wasps come flying out of the swamp to attack you. So we're going to jump over to our random encounter map. Everybody's going to be surprised. People inside are asleep. So we'll start off the fight with the two of you outside that. Whoa, I forgot to delete the map. Whoops.
Woo.
Oh, by the way, Olaf suddenly has a 17 AC whenever he's wearing ring mail.
Oh.
Thanks.
Are you
One of my
sleeping in your
infusions
ring
was in enhanced defense, and I forgot about it.
My question is, are you sleeping in your ring mail?
Bad idea.
I'm not
Better.
gonna, but otherwise that means you would just have
I believe you can do medium armor.
16.
Fine. I think it's only heavy armor that gives you exhaustion when you sleep in it.
16 AC is pretty good too.
Yeah, I don't need Fog of War here. We don't need this map. It looks like the hut's still drawn, so that's good. Get rid of this, and 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 this guy. There we go. So yeah, place yourselves on the map. And I'll start
By the
with-
way, on the poison handout, it's the same as with the disease handout. It's basically empty. And I'm also trying to figure out where we had the Drow weapons listed that we had.
that was under the magic items. I just put the poisons and disease up there because I wanted to remember so that I could use them.
Drow weapons. It doesn't say which ones we have.
Okay. Well, I'll copy those over in a bit. The ones
How
that
do we
know
deal
about.
with initiative when we're asleep?
So disadvantage for surprise round. I will open up the clock here.
Oh,
There you go.
goodbye, Osaka.
Disadvantage. And those of you guys up, you're all surprised for this first round.
I rolled a 15 and a
Sorry,
16.
sleepy people are rolling with a disadvantage on
Yeah,
initiative.
disadvantage for everybody. It's just you're surprised and asleep. So unless somebody wakes you up, you don't wake up. So your surprise round continues.
Did that roll twice? No.
What's the weather like currently?
12.1.
I will roll that in a second.
I rolled a 15 and a 16 with disadvantage, so I got the 15.
Okay.
I rolled a lovely net 1.
I need to roll some initiatives for these wasps.
Oh yeah, during the nights, I would likely take out the Drow short bow that I took from Olaf before, because I'm out of ranged options. Didn't specifically say it, but
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, you could have retrieved anything from the bag. We'll roll for Bagman at the end of the night. So wasps.
I remember there was a lot of Drow weapons, but I think the only interesting one from me would have been the bow.
Yeah, short
Do you want a
bow,
Glock?
longbow, the pistol. Yeah, there was short bow, longsword, dagger, 2 short swords, and a pistol.
I think Olaf is the only one with proficiency in it, though.
For the pistol,
In
yeah.
firearms.
Yeah, for firearms, only Olaf. Let's see. You're surprised they would be within their movement from you. So they should all be within 30 feet. I'll move them closer before you got...
I'm scared of how loud giant wasps must be, considering how loud normal wasps can be.
Yeah, it's not great. And they're pretty close, which is upsetting. Did everybody roll?
Setting.
Everybody
I believe so.
rolled. There we go.
I see 4 NPCs, 4 PCs, and a lot of bees.
So that's 8. It should be 8. I rolled 8 on my 2d6. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so up first is a giant wasp. So you're surprised, so you can't take reactions as this wasp flies up towards you, Lucia, and tries to sting you.
It's likely gonna hit.
Probably.
Misses.
A miss. Wait, do they have advantage when you're surprised? I can never remember how this fucking stuff works. Surprise advantage? Question mark.
I think it was something like that.
Does surprise give advantage? No. Being unseen does. You definitely see these guys, but you can't take reactions, so I'm not going to give them advantage on this. Because you heard them coming, you just don't have time to... Like,
Oh yeah, in
shit.
theory it would only quote-unquote be no reactions and
Yeah, if it's
no taking action on your first turn or moving, but I think we dropped the no action and moving because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because we'll just die
Yeah.
to some wasps.
Instead, it's just disadvantage on initiative, and yeah, you can't do anything until your turn comes. With that,
Conveniently, I didn't have to do the disadvantage roll because I already rolled a 1.
with that, it's going to continue flying onward for the rest of his movement, and it's going to get probably over here, out of range of everybody. Then Sven is up first. Sven, you're asleep. Your first round passes. This wasp comes up. It's also going to try to sting Lucia. Does a 22 hit you?
That certainly hits.
Yeah, I'm going to need you to make a con save.
Yikes.
You're fine.
I succeed.
You don't take the poison, but you do take 8 piercing.
That's half my HP.
Yep. Olaf, sleep. Giant wasp. Yeah, this wasp would also fly out of range. This wasp is going to come and try to sting Elspeth.
All right.
14 hit Elspeth.
That'll miss. That misses.
Okay, miss. It's out of movement, so it's just going to stay there. Elspeth, it's your turn, so you're no longer surprised.
All right. Let's see. Can I put a Can I put a lightning bolt going like that and hit all 4 of these?
Oh, you wanted me to roll
wasps?
for rain. It's going to be colder because it's
it's-
nighttime. I'll roll real quick for rain. Precipitation.
Oh, catch.
Precipitation roll. None. No rain.
Nice. Would this line hit all 4 of these wasps?
Yeah. Yeah, you could
All right, I'm going to Misty Step.
Okay. So no opportunity attack.
30 30 feet back here.
Good idea.
4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my 30 feet of movement.
Mhm.
And then a 120-foot line of lightning
Ooh, a lightning bolt.
emanates from my palm and strikes all 4 of these wasps as I cast lightning bolts on them.
Well, there's no way
So they,
that. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
they need to make a dex save or take 8d6 lightning damage.
Yes, they're going to take half damage either way. I think 15 should pass your DC still, right? 15 meet.
15 is my DC,
Yeah,
so yes, it passes.
1 success, 3 fails. I think they're probably just going to die. What's your damage?
26?
26, yeah. So 3 of them disintegrate. Their hit points are 13. So even the half
Oh,
damage.
nice. So they just die.
Whoop! Gone. Yep.
And
Sven and Olaf just sleep through the whole
Snoring.
thing.
Or XP.
Yep.
You can't have
Lucia,
any.
your shoulders are already swelling where the wasp stung you.
are you okay, Lucia?
I'm fine.
Would you like to
Okay.
shout to everybody else? Oh, wait a minute.
I'll shout. Yeah?
You had... Oh, you did have a long rest already. Because you burned all your spell slots at the Heart of Uptown, but you had a long rest between.
Yeah, we had a
Fine.
rest.
You haven't done anything today, so yeah, you're good.
Do you want to wake everyone up? Do you think we can handle this?
She's got a fucking
maybe?
welt on her arm.
No, you don't have to wake them up.
Alright. That's the
You
end of my
just got
turn then.
up them.
Okay. So Lucia is still surprised. Another bite on Lucia. Let's see. Am I gonna kill?
Oh
this
yeah,
character?
Elspeth just went away, so I'm going to be the
Oh my god.
target for this.
3 piercing, and I need you to make a con save. Oh my god, it's your worst save too. I'm so sorry, Mia.
Yeah, but I also
Good.
have advantage
Good.
and resistance against the damage.
It also flies out of range of you. This wasp gets to go. Also gonna sting you. That's a miss.
Misses.
Back off a bit.
The poison for these Lucia creatures is so fucking scary every time.
It is your turn, and then the last wasp gets to go, and then we're back up to the top.
I move here.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack this one with my rapier.
Okay.
13.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah.
Or
Yeah, you stab it real good. It's hurting.
stab it for a solid minimum damage.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting.
I'm gonna stab it again.
That's a miss, unfortunately. They're a bit
Use
too
a key
dexterous.
point for flurry of blows. I'm gonna
Kick it in the air.
kick it.
Do a backflip with 2 feet, or do a Liu Kang kick in the air.
That's
14
better.
hits. And you can do your magic damage on this too.
I'm gonna use another key point to add the Hands of Harm on it
Yep.
to decimate it.
Yeah, so it had 9 hit points, so it is very dead.
I wasted it.
Well, the first one wouldn't have killed it.
And then with the other one, I'm gonna do the frost heals against the last one that's down here.
Makes sense.
Ignore the necrotic. Oh, come on.
Yeah, sadly no. 20, it does hit, but does not kill it in one go. Nearly.
And I would like to use a key point to make that a stunning strike. Because I've not used that feature before.
Fair enough. Con save. Not an amazing stat on these guys. It's just a flat. Nope.
Yep,
It is
it's
stunned.
stunned.
You stun this wasp. You punch it so hard. It is stunned.
Sadly, it was not high enough up for falling damage, otherwise it could die from that.
These things have 50 feet of movement. They could have moved farther. Anyway, this wasp comes up and...
Oh, it doesn't do flanking because it's stunned.
Yeah. This one pierces you, no advantage. It's 8, so
Miss.
nothing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5. It is going to attempt to leave your range. You can try to stop it.
Lucia has reaction.
Yep.
Oh, it wants to leave my range. Yeah, okay, frost kick.
Hits.
Hit. Dead.
Oh, yeah. Instant death. Very good. Sven sleeps. The wasp goes. Wasp is stunned. Wastes his turn. Olaf sleeps. Elspeth.
I'm going to cast Shocking Ray, targeting one on this first one on the stunned one.
The
It
stunned
would
one?
have advantage, but it already hits.
Yeah, you hit.
Next two are on the other one that's not stunned.
Okay. 13 will hit, 9 misses.
So that is not with Radiant.
The first one had 2 hit
remember
points,
turning
so
that
it's
up.
definitely dead.
Yeah, I don't even need to roll. So it takes 4 lightning. I will then quicken and twin I would have quickened the Shocking Ray. I'll twin the Arc Bolt on both on... No, I can't do that. It has to be on different ones. Never mind. I'll just quicken it on the remaining one. 22 to hit.
You didn't roll the damage for the Shocking Ray on the DC 13? Or the AC 13?
Oh, I didn't... Yeah, I think it's dead anyway. It takes 15 lightning damage.
Yeah, it's dead. With that, combat's over. Good job, guys.
Ooh. GG's.
So how much XP for the 2 of us?
That's true.
That's
That was
sorry,
8
guys.
their CR 1/2, which I believe is 50 XP. Giant
You don't
Wasp
give a lot.
is... no, it's 100 XP.
Oh, nice.
So you each get...
That's 400 per person.
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot for some wasps.
That's ridiculous. Oh, beasts. What a useless stat. What useless creature type. Yeah. So
And the elves can
800
continue
XP.
skipping.
And yeah.
I'm going to use
Lucia,
the point
you
to
have a
use Hands of Healing on me. Because why not? Ah. Anyway.
So next watch, as Elspeth, you head back in and sleep. Who is going to join Lucia for the second watch?
Thanks, man.
It's got to be
Ignore the dead beast.
Sven or Olaf.
I guess Sven will climb up on top of the hut
Oh,
to
I'm
join.
doing it. What you call it?
Riley got to it first.
I was no. I was just saying that Olaf takes the morning watch always,
Olaf's always
so
last.
Sven's free to take the watch.
Morning. Or night.
Evening.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
It would make more sense to do
Massive
3
welt
split
of
for
a
the night
wasp on their shoulder.
than 4.
Hey, ignore the dead wasps.
What was that, Spencer?
I was going to say it would make more sense to do 3 than 4 because Lucia's going to give an extra set of eyes on 2 of them.
If Lucia double dips,
Rather than
3
everybody
watches
doing
would make sense.
Yeah, because Lucia's got to be awake for half the night anyway.
Yeah. So the last little bit of my watch, I'm doing it alone, essentially.
Apparently, the wasp encounter made her a bit more focused.
Yeah.
Cleared her head a bit.
Sven spends the watch with a pack of cards, just kind of almost meditatively playing a game of solitaire while also
It doesn't
watching.
work if I'm doing 2 watches, but there's 2 people with me. Because then we still have a 4th watch that no one's doing.
No,
Well, it's
the
not 2 people
idea
with you.
is
It's you and Elspeth, you
you're
and Sven, and
taking.
Olaf is last.
Yeah, but then Olaf would have to
No,
do
no,
4
okay.
hours.
Oh,
So
true.
if
I get
if
what you're saying.
the
Yeah.
yeah, so you're only here for the first
half.
bit of my watch, and I'm taking the rest of it by myself,
That makes sense.
essentially.
No, I would have done 2 hours with Elspeth. Then I would have to do 2 hours myself without anyone, and then Sven would take over.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So we'll keep with the 4 then. So this is just a perception check from you, Lucia, on your own.
Why did I roll survival?
I don't know. Why did you roll survival?
I meant
Well,
to roll
fun skill.
perception. I have the same bonus in both, so I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself.
Anything happening?
Perception from you. Oh, did you roll it already? 24?
I already did. 24.
Yeah, so you spot 2 groups, actually. Off to your left, which is the south.
West.
I would assume you're facing west. Because that's where Ambala
Okay.
is. Where do you want to be facing?
I mean, do we just do the normal line? I mean, I would be on the house again.
Yeah, Ambala is off to the west from where you are currently.
I would likely be watching more towards Mbala.
Umbala? Yeah, so if you're
Because
facing
that's where the
west,
wasp come from, where the hag is, so...
off to the south, you spot some very interesting creatures. They're huge, like Goliath-sized, but they're completely covered in red armor. They look like giant bipedal lobsters. There's 3 of them. You see each of them carrying these little, like, hand-woven wicker baskets, and they're making slow plodding process through the muck, off, good, like, 50 feet off to the left, far enough that they haven't spotted you. At the same point, you see off quite a distance to the north, there is some movement in the underbrush. With a 24, you can't make out what they are from this distance, but there's something coming towards you guys. It doesn't look like headed for you, I should say. It's just in this general direction. There's something coming from the north, and then there's this group of people off to the south.
Okay. I will focus on the ones that are headed towards us.
All right.
And open the hut a tiny bit so I can just hush in.
Okay.
If needed.
I'm going to pull up their stat blocks real quick so I can know what we're looking at here. There we go. Okay. So, as they get a little closer, you can tell that there's... it's 2d6 again, so I'll roll that real quick. A lot of 2d6s. Roll. Nice round number. That's 7. There's 7 discrete individuals pushing their way through the underbrush towards you. They seem to be small-sized. Now I'm going to ask you for another perception check based on sight, which no disadvantage, because it's dark out.
Ooh.
See by the starlight, the grace of Eldeath.
And I can only see them well if they're far away.
You can guess they're small-sized, and you can count that there's 7 of them. And yeah, that's all you get with a 10. Would you make any more actions at this point?
I would like to try to hide. Basically, be like at the side of the door that can open. Have the door like slightly open, and then hide underneath my feather coat.
Okay. Did we rolled? It was like a 7 for Sven hiding the hut, right? So that'll just carry over because they're going to spot
for the hut, yeah. Yeah, but it's more that even if they see the hut, I don't want them to instantly know I am here.
Yeah, that's very easy to do. There's specifically magical ring lights or ring cameras, I guess, on this hut for you. Crit too. So you are so well hidden. You watch as these creatures pass by the hut. Now that they're actually close enough to see, you could spot that they're little halfling-sized creatures, seem to be made entirely of mulch and plants. I don't know if you've seen these. I don't think you've actually fought them before, so you don't get any information about them. I'll tell you meta-textually, they're called vegapygmies. You've spotted them before.
Oh yeah.
They're little creatures made of vegetation. These ones look particularly nasty. They've got thorns growing out of them and like a Venus flytrap snapping on their shoulders and arms and whatnot. And they carry little spears made out of jury-rigged twigs that they've sharpened to points. They also have with them a little fungal dog that seems to be sniffing, and it is drawing them towards the group off to the south. They do stop at the camp for a minute, though, and look around. Your stealth is going to carry you, though. They spend some time sort of tapping and rapping on the hut, but they can't manage to figure out a way in. You did well enough job disguising the door. So after a while, they continue off, chasing the group of lobster people. After they leave, would you want to do anything?
That's scary. I'll just make sure they don't suddenly come back.
Okay. Well, if you're going to
stay stealthy and wait until my watch is over.
Okay. Towards the end of your
and actually
I'm sorry.
accept what Elspeth said and will try to get some rest. Although I don't feel like Lucia will have very good sleep.
Towards the end of your watch, you hear screams of violence once again as a fight breaks out further off into the swamp. But you did not intervene, so whatever happens, happens. that is your watch. We move on to Sven's watch.
Olaf's watch. Oh no, Sven's watch is now,
Sven's
right?
watch, then Olaf's.
What?
Because we're still doing 4.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. Sven climbs up on top of the shelter and kind of shuffles cards. I have a proficiency in playing cards, so I think I'm just like my Riley's mother has like a thing where she shuffles cards really cool in a really cool way, and I don't know how to describe it, but Sven's doing that.
Very nice, very nice.
While they watch, just as something to do with their hands.
Very nice.
I wish I could have kept my previous roll.
Okay, what was it?
My previous roll was an 18. I guess I could have asked if I could have kept it, but I've already rolled. I don't know.
Yeah, that was too long. That was my mistake from earlier. So definitely not would have kept it. But so what was it this time?
9.
9? Yeah, so I'm going to say you are also surprised. Although you might have a chance to do something. Because this is a different situation than before. Just copying some information over for you guys. Because you do know about the 3 diseases you can encounter in the jungle. To make sure you see them all. And it's relevant now. You are spending so much time focusing on your card shuffling. You don't spot.
I drop them, and so I'm picking them up.
Exactly. Were you on top of the hut, by the way?
Yes.
I assume that's what
I have I made a separate little thing that says top of shelter.
I saw. Helpful. So you are up on top of the hut. You drop your cards. You're picking them up. By the time you peer up, you are completely surrounded in a bank of blue mist. And you see stumbling around in this blue mist is a pack of Dimetrodons. They're bipedal. I think they're like velociraptors. Dimetrodon?
They're like tiny spinosaurs.
Dimetrodon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Dimetrodon are the...
Dimetrodons are synapsids.
Yeah. Well, they didn't know that
That
in the
means
80s.
they're pre-dinosaurs.
They didn't know that in the 1980s when these creatures were made into stat blocks. The first time. Anyway.
So dinosaurs was like 65 million years ago. Yeah. Dimetrodons lived around 300 million years ago.
I'm going to need you to roll me 2d3, please, just to see how many Dimetrodon there are. And then I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, because you got surprised by this mad monkey mist.
Oh no. 2d3. Yeah. 2d3?
Yeah. Or just a d6 if you want. To be spicy. But
how
be 2.
How does 2d3? Oh, well, maybe I can
you
do
just slash it.
A custom.
But you can also do d6.
Oh yeah, slash
2.
Yeah, I got 3.
3, yeah. So there are 3 Dimetrodon who are stumbling around in this mist. They're like making these heaving sounds, like they're puking.
Oh no, that's a natural one.
Oh no, this isn't good at all.
Monkey.
So these Dimetrodon, they're coughing. It seems like they're choking, but they're like keeping on going. They seem completely disoriented. You, however, as the mad monkey fever seeps into your lungs, let's see.
What am I about to do?
13 con save or become infected with mad monkey fever. The infected creature gains a random form of long-term madness. So we'll roll that first. So roll me D100.
Oh no.
Long-term madness. Love to see it.
That was a 16, which is the character experiences vivid hallucinations and has disadvantage on ability checks. I'll paste that into here real quick.
For how long?
We can determine that next. Please roll me 1d10.
1d10 months.
8 hours. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
1d10 times 10 hours, so it's 80 hours.
That's a long-term madness?
Ridiculously cool.
That seems also very weird for long-term madness.
Yeah, long-term madness is 1d10 times 10 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I would have expected long-term madness to be something like, oh yeah, you were just a little crazy now forever.
No, that's indefinite
That's
madness.
indefinite madness.
That's different. Indefinite madness also doesn't have stat penalties. It's just a role play.
But hold up, you just straight up
I
have
have
disadvantage for like 3.5 days?
on ability checks for the next 3 days. That's basically every roll.
Yep. I'll just put 3 days instead of 80 hours. Okay. Let's see. The next steps of the disease. Mad effects 1d6 hours, so you can also roll a d6 to see when it hits you.
It'll hit me when I wake up.
Yeah. So in the morning, so you're fine for now, but you have inhaled the monkey mist. So in the morning, you'll be hit with this hallucinations madness. At the end of 3 days, you roll again to see if you get another form of long-term madness or if it ends. So please make a note of that in your character sheet. I'm going to try to remember as well. However,
let's see if I can figure it out.
If you
that
don't
you have met
want
monkey
to,
fever.
It's entirely possible. We'll find out in the morning. In the meantime, unless you do anything, the Metrodons are just going to continue stumbling around drunkenly until they pass by the hut. They are too stupefied at the moment with their own dinosaur version of long-term madness. They don't bother you.
What the fuck was that?
Now what you see is there's little, like, wiggly worms just out of the corner of your eye at all times. You can just see, like little earthworms just wiggling.
No, it doesn't take effect until the morning, doesn't it?
You're right. I fucked up. I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't know what's
That's
happening.
okay.
I just said that, too. Yeah, you don't know what's happened yet, but you don't feel great. And you were with the party last time, so you don't know what this is.
No. How did I survive on my own?
You didn't spend a lot of time in Port Nyanzaru learning about jungle conditions either, so you would have no idea.
How in the world did this child survive on their own?
Yeah. So moving on.
Luck. It was luck.
Yeah. You go to sleep, and Olaf. Last watch from Olaf.
I wake up, Olaf. It was weird mist stuff. I think I breathed some of it in. Yeah.
You breathe it in? That's mad monkey mist.
Oh,
You're not going to have a good time in the morning.
Great.
You would know that Lucia has medicine against it, by the way.
Yeah, you remember.
Is Lucia asleep at this point, or in her meditative trance?
Yeah, she's asleep.
I mean, she does sleep. She doesn't meditate.
It'd probably be better
I was about to type this, so in a way, she's asleep. She's rolling around.
I'm gonna roll a d10. Higher than a 10, Olaf wakes up Lucia.
Okay.
A d10 higher than a 10, you wake up?
D20. Okay. He doesn't wake up Lucia, but he says, Lucia has some medicine for bad monkey fever, but I don't know if you want to go poking around her pack.
You also don't know if they're...
Do you know if it... I'll just tell her in the morning, I guess.
I feel like it'd be reasonable to try and tackle this now and not let it develop.
I mean, you can attempt a medicine check if you want.
I mean, I don't think it did anything.
A medicine.
Yeah, you can make you can attempt a medicine
Just
check.
gave me a cough.
Yeah, can I attempt a medicine check? I don't want to make it worse. I'm just to see if there's anything I can do now.
Sven just said it just made them cough. They don't know if they're sick or not, but you can make a medicine check to see how bad it is.
Yeah, but if they inhaled it, they probably...
I mean, you guys breathed some in too. It's just you didn't breathe in enough of it to get sick.
I'll just see if the
medicine
17, do I determine whether or not they've been infected?
So based on the description of what Sven said, they're probably sick, but there's no telling what they're going to hallucinate. So you have no idea what's going to happen.
Let's go through our pack. Just go through our medicine.
Olaf is gonna be like, I don't want this to get worse, and we're already in the fucking region of a hag's lair. He'll take the fucking flak in the morning from Lucia if there is any. So he's gonna go through Lucia's pack, and hopefully it's all labeled in a readable language.
I was gonna say, Lucia, are you gonna be mean and say that your stuff is like in a cipher? You've unlabeled bottles, labeled with undercommon. What's Lucia's pack like?
I think they would be in... Would I do them in common? All of them are in common except one.
Okay, that makes sense. I think I know which one you're talking about. So with a
Would
bit
I be
of
able to
time-
find?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you disadvantage on your perception check at the end of this because
Sure.
you're gonna spend time doing this trying to heal up Sven, but you can very easily find it. You specifically bought medicine for Mad Monkey Fever, right? This isn't just flavor.
Yeah, I told you at the beginning that I
yeah. I can't remember.
got 10 of each, like
Yeah.
10 against throw
Right,
creatures,
'cause,
against
I just
shivering,
remember
and
if I
against
charged you
Mad
money
Monkey.
for it, then it's a resource
Yeah.
that you're going to expend. So I couldn't.
Yeah, I
remember
think
if
it
you
was
charged
like
money
one
for it.
silver piece per dose.
Right. Yeah, so you can knock off one of your Mad Monkey Fever medications, and Sven, you're healed. Don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, and I'll write a little note for Lucia
Appreciate
in case I
it.
forget to tell her.
I owe you.
Question: can I have a perception or something at disadvantage to notice if
Sure.
that Olaf is going through my
For
stuff?
sure.
Thank you.
Oh man. I
Oh,
feel a lot
God.
Better.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
notice. You can open an eye and see what's going on. It seems like that.
Yeah. As you are going through Lucia's
Yeah.
bag, she grabs your hand.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's Sven. He inhaled some mad monkey mist. I was gonna tell you in the morning. I just didn't want it developing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. You seemed like you were having a pretty bad dream. Did I say he?
Yes.
Okay, Olaf smacks himself for saying he. Sorry, they. I'm so sorry,
Olaf
Sven.
says he. Sven is like they.
I'm sorry. I sorry.
You should have just woken me up.
I didn't want to disturb you. You haven't.
Do you
been
even know
able
how to
sleep
give it
recently.
to them?
They seem to have taken it fine. I administered it fine, right? Or did I miss some steps?
You're fine. I mean, this is Lucia choosing to interrupt because this is their stuff or her stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm really sorry. I'll ask next time.
Did you take anything else?
Just the mad monkey cure. I wouldn't take anything else I didn't need.
I look over my things, make sure everything is in order.
Did you actually find like a really hastily written note that Olaf said, "Sorry, took some mad monkey like medicine."
There's like some
We'll pay you
thumbprints there
back."
that shouldn't be there that have like charcoal on them because Olaf, I imagine, is constantly dirty,
I'm sorry.
constantly covered in forge soot.
I don't know if you want to roll to see if he's sincere, but he is being genuinely sincere. He didn't mean to wake you up or like cause too much ruckus and etc.
Yeah. I look over the things and well, like I said, for future, just wake me up.
I will do. You
Also,
get some
don't
sleep.
use these vials because those are poison, and don't use the one with the Elvish on it unless I tell you to.
Olaf
And
makes
never
a
use it
mental
on anyone
note of
else.
this. Yeah. Yeah, wake up, monkey.
Prince knows what it is.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna go do my watch. You get some sleep, okay?
Alright. Close up my pack. Put it on the other side of me so that you would have to grab it out of, like, over me.
Yep.
Yeah. That's fair.
There is a thing or two in there that is very dangerous that you should not.
Oh, they have human faces. I hate it.
Oh no, the Aldani. I like the Aldani.
I love them. They're great.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
I actually prefer if they had creepy
It's
fucking
just a
insect
lobster.
mandibles.
So, question.
Yeah, Olaf
It's
is,
just a lobster, but with a human nose and chin.
I'm
question.
gonna
Are you
Yep.
doing your watch from inside or outside?
outside. I'm going to apply a fucking ghillie suit if I can, if you'll allow it. I am gonna slowly make a ghillie suit like over the course of the next few days, if that's all right.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, roll stealth check. That sounds good.
See how well you hide on top.
I just want to do flavor. I don't know if I can actually make a ghillie suit in
Oh, you could, but that would be a different skill set.
Let's see.
Ghillie suit.
Yo, a ghillie suit. You know when those snipers dress up like and they look like fucking shrubbery,
Exactly, yeah.
and they're covered in grass and shit.
So
That's a
you
ghillie
are
suit.
a shrubbery on top of this this hut that is not very well hidden.
Yeah.
They did their best. You see one of those lobster folk from earlier.
Actually, I need to roll perception with disadvantage, don't I?
Yes, you do.
So should I do that now, or I'll see? I guess I'm seeing. Apparently, seeing the
yeah, you're definitely going to see the lobster,
Lobstone.
and it's not going to see you because you rolled really well.
11, so not great.
No. Yeah, you definitely see this creature. This Aldani folk comes limping, very, very badly wounded, limping its way into camp. And it seems to have spotted the hut. And it's going to come up to the hut, and it's going to start scratching on the door. You are surprised, however, because following this lobster folk is not the Vegapygmies from earlier. It seems to have attracted something else, as there is some roiling in the mud around the hut as some things begin to emerge. So I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative. Everybody is surprised. Only Olaf is awake at the moment. And I'll tell you what it is when it's their turn.
Sure. I'm assuming with the...
Oh, 1.
Yeah. 1 second. Why is my... That's broken.
What's
Oh,
broken?
yeah, right. This.
Dude. 6.1. Wow, 16 and 6. That's nice. Oh, I was gonna say, I didn't realize it was gonna escalate so far, but Olaf would be fiddling with a few of the soul coins. Because they're weird during the thingy. Maybe that's what distracted him, and that's why he didn't fucking notice what was going on.
Sure, for sure.
And also the fact that he took some time having to deal with Sven's ailment.
So it's an 11. You only notice the roiling. I need to roll initiative for these creatures. Let's see. This is going to be GM roll, so you can't see it. Advantage, because they get a surprise round. So, roll. And roll. And descending order. Okay. So Elspeth and Lucia are up first, but you are asleep. And then they go right one after each other. And then it's your turn. So, this is great. So, Olaf, you watch as emerging from the muck and mud is an amalgam of bones of various kinds. It doesn't look like one skeleton. What it looks like is just dozens of skeletons of various kinds pulling themselves up out of the muck and mud. They seem to be arranged in random patterns, and even as they pull themselves up out of the mud, they stick different bones together in different ways. Did you ever watch
Does it look like Gravelord Nito?
No, this is a horde. This is a giant, a large swarm of medium creatures.
So it's a swarm of them rather than an amalgamation of bones.
Did you ever watch Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed? One of the best movies ever made.
I think so.
Do you remember the skeleton pair in that movie? How in every scene they were constantly disassembling and reassembling themselves?
Yeah, like they were switching bones out and stuff.
That's this entire horde of undead. You watch as they emerge from the muck and mud. They move into the lobster's space, and they just eviscerate it. I'm gonna roll for that attack, but the lobster has 1 hit point, so it's probably gonna kill it. Let's see. Yep. You watch as this lobster just gets torn to shreds as it is killed below you. The next swarm goes next. It also joins the token layer. This swarm is also going to come over and continue tearing its way through this lobster. I'll roll a perception check from the swarm. I don't think it's going to spot you with your fucking... It was 18 stealth, right?
18 natural stealth.
Yeah.
Like, that's... I have no dex.
Yeah. So this is probably not going to... No.
Yeah,
No, I have no
I'm
idea.
trying to shuffle away. Wait, they rolled a nat 1 twice.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was, sorry. There wasn't an advantage. It was just 11 and 0. Yeah, they have no idea you're there. But yeah, they're just tearing their way through the lobster. They don't seem to be eating it for any reason. It looks like they're searching for something, though, in the body. It is now your turn.
I'm not gonna... Well, okay, question. They seem to just only really care about the lobster, as long as I can continually make
They
successful
don't seem to have
stealth
noticed
checks.
you're here.
Yeah, as long as I continually make successful stealth checks, they're not gonna fuck with us.
As long as you don't move, your stealth check will carry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna move without moving,
Okay.
I will say, so I don't mind if this incurs a disadvantage on my perception check.
Yeah.
would it be
Withering.
okay if I try to see, like, if what they're particularly looking for? Are they hunting for a body part? Is the lobster carrying something?
That'll be insight disadvantage.
Insight disadvantage? I'm okay with that. Because I know we can take these things, but it would probably put us in a very disadvantageous position and probably lose us the shack.
Because you still have a full day of fighting ahead of you. Probably.
Exactly. Against a fucking hag of all things. Insight disadvantage.
4.
I got a 4 and a 9. I can't fucking tell anything.
No idea. But eventually they seem frustrated, and they begin like water on waves, smearing around the hut as they squish past you. Are you going to remain hiding for the time being? Olaf, are you going to remain hiding for the time being?
I'm thinking. Sorry. I want to like honor the like what my party would want to do, and I feel like Olaf would know what the party would want to do, but I don't know as a player right now.
Oh, by the way, they are. I just realized they have a trait called deafening clatter. These things are extremely loud when they move, so I'm going to need everybody inside to make perception checks real quick to see if you wake up.
Yep.
Sven and Elspeth.
That's on theme for Lucia. That's fucking on theme for Lucia.
Sven and Elspeth stay asleep. Lucia, you wake up. Roll for Maxano if you don't mind, Abby. Because she will also be woken up by this.
Nope.
So Lucia,
She needs a beauty sleep.
Yeah. Up on the roof there arose such a clatter. You sprung for your bed to see what was the matter. Yeah, it sounds like there's a fucking tornado outside.
A tornado. Boom.
Yeah. So we'll jump right to your turn. You are surprised, but you do wake up at this point.
Yeah. I'm gonna get up. 20 feet of movement. Go to the front. The 20 feet of movement.
Are you gonna?
I'm gonna look out through the looking hole.
Through the porthole? Yeah. You see the worst sight imaginable. You just see a fucking army of randomly assembled skeletons just sort of peering around. It looks like they're smelling almost as they're just ripping chunks of lobster apart. It locks the door.
No. The opposite.
Oh, hey. Yeah, so looking out, you can see they seem to be looking for bones. But this thing has an exoskeleton. So once they get to the meat, they like shift through the meat of the creature. They don't find a bone. They frustratingly fling the carcass away. But they're looking for more.
Oh no, that's...
Yeah, but that's what they spend their turn doing.
So if they find us, they're gonna try and flay us for our bones.
Maybe.
Well, some of you.
They did roll really
Fuck you with your dead walker stats.
So Lucia, what would you like to do?
I mean, I used my movement. I used my insight action. So
Free object interact.
that's going to be it for now. But I'm debating if I want to go outside to figure out how far the undead thing reaches. Because last time it was zombies.
Yeah.
And this time it is something that is not meaty. So I kind of want to figure out if, at least Lucia wants to figure out if her undead don't consider her hostile. Works with like fleshy undead or with skeleton undead as well.
True. I will say, you know that even if it does work for you, you are in a hut full of people who are alive, who do have bones.
Rattle.
Yeah. Your turn passes. All right. The skeletons are going to go. We're going to do investigation checks. So intelligence -2. Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, 12. You hear from the various cacophony of skulls down below, Olaf and Lucia. You hear this infernal sniffing sound. Just a... And they seem to know that there's bones nearby, but they can't place it. So the first one...
What did you say? They seem to what? Sorry?
They seem to smell that what they want is nearby, but they can't place it because you got a fucking 18.
Yeah, I mean... Rattly bones. I mean, or not.
They want your bones!
Smells can pass through the walls of this hut. Sound cannot. That's the way the magic of it works. So they can smell that there are things inside, but they can't figure out how to get in.
Sound does not pass through the house? Then I couldn't have heard them outside.
Sound passes in. It doesn't pass out.
Okay.
Yeah. I wrote that very specifically for situations like this. So if you encounter things that had smell, they can still find you. But you don't have to worry about being quiet. You can talk to each other inside. Well, this creature, with its 12, it can't figure out how to get inside, because these are not very intelligent creatures. The next swarm gets to go. Also make an investigation check. That's the highest it could possibly roll. So somehow, in whatever remnants of a mind there is in this creature, it is going to reach up, and it tries to turn the handle. As this free object interacts, the door is locked. However, I specifically set a DC for the locks on this thing. And as you watch, little bird bones get pushed towards the center of this swarm of undead, and it tries to create a pair of lockpicks out of these bones. So it is going to try to pick this lock. So sleight of hand check. No proficiency. Nope. You watch as it tries to... It's skittering at the handle, trying to open this door. It can't figure out how to do it. And then we're back up at the bottom with Olaf.
I assume I can notice it trying to lock
Yeah,
pick.
yeah,
Like,
you
it's
can
getting
tell.
close to the door.
For whatever senses they have, they know that there's things inside here that it wants, so they're trying to get in.
Yeah, but it's not immediately starting to attack the thing.
No. It's not bashing the
Okay.
walls. It's just trying to get in. As it can.
There's no way for me to get in other than getting through a door, is there?
There's no
There's
other
not a-
entrances.
There's no windows, there's no, like, skylight.
I mean, unless you want there to be, but it'll be a force of entry for other creatures to get in.
Well, I was thinking like a
specifically had it
mesh
as just two
skylight.
doors. It was just 2 doors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although,
It'd be
did
good to
I-
have a trapdoor on
did
this
I-
top of this thing.
I might have... Let's see. Collapsing Shelter. This is a custom magic item based off of the folding boat, because you guys aren't going to spend a lot of time on water, so I figured you prefer a folding shelter rather than a folding boat. Magic items, folding
So you
shelter.
can just put the shelter on a boat.
We're in the largest version. Rooted in place as an immovable rod. Each 10-foot section of the wall has AC of 15, 28 hit points, and immune to all damage except force. Any damage dealt to the structure is repaired at dawn, but the enchantment is destroyed if the shelter is reduced to a quarter or lower of its max HP. Sounds may pass into the shelter as normal, but any sound or light produced inside the box cannot pass beyond its walls. Peepholes give creature a limited cone of vision out of one side of the shelter. Yeah, so no skylight, sorry.
I was hoping there was a trapdoor at the top that I
No.
could just slip
No,
through
unfortunately not.
because... Can I install it? No.
At risk of breaking the item. Later.
Yeah, I don't think Olaf's high enough level to install one without risking the breakage.
Oh, this creature's here now. He's trying to open the door.
So... I can... Do I hear... I wouldn't be able to hear it because I'm also outside.
Yeah,
So
sound
I wouldn't be able
pass
to
out,
hear
so you
that
don't know if
Lucia's
anybody
gone
inside's
up.
awake. No. All you are also like it is deafening out here. It sounds like a stomp concert, just clack clack clack. clack,
That
clack,
means
clack.
that they wouldn't be able to hear me because they can't see me right now.
Not as far as you know. They also don't have eyeballs. You don't know how they sense there are things inside this hut. Oh, you also got an 18
Right.
stealth. So
I
whatever
don't want
senses
to ruin
they're using.
that by moving. That's the thing. I was just trying to reason if they can't see me right now because I'm on the roof. I can try and do this. I'm not actually moving just yet. Do this, vault through, get to the door, just step inside.
Okay.
But that would probably that they wouldn't be able to see me, but they might be able to
I
hear
would
me.
have
But
them,
it's
I would have you make another stealth check if you wanted to move.
yeah.
Is there a door on both sides?
Just stay
Yes,
where you
door,
are.
door on both sides.
Yeah, door on both sides.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay here because they're not making any active, like, aggressive movements against the thing.
True.
I hope they
yeah,
just
you
give
didn't
up.
get your insight either, so you don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah, so they're not actively trying to destroy this thing, so I'm gonna just stay where I am.
Do you want to hold your
And
action?
keep preserving. If they start attacking or trying to get in violently and they know that we're there, I want to just I can't hold movement, but like yeah, try to alert everyone inside.
Good to know. Sven's asleep. Elspeth's asleep. Lucia, what do you want to do?
Well, I would like to wake up Elspeth.
Okay, good idea. So, Abby.
So I shake Elspeth, and not really thinking about how the sound works with the thing, because I'm not certain I would even know it. I do the, like, hush.
Is something
Yes.
happening?
It's like skeleton armies
Oh yeah.
outside.
As soon as you wake up, you immediately hear it. Also, it's slightly rainy.
I don't
Just
know
roll
where
for it.
Olaf is.
You don't know where Olaf is?
I mean, somewhere outside. And the one in front of the door is trying to get in.
Elspeth's gonna bolt to her feet, ready to get outside as soon as
Sure.
it's her turn.
Sure.
I think they are trying to look for stones to add to themselves.
So you know they're hunting bones now. Skeletal Swarm's turn.
At least that's what I think from what I saw.
Yeah,
with
based on
the-
insight. So this swarm...
Unfortunate that they chose something that doesn't have skeleton.
Can we reason... Yeah, sure. I'll allow it.
It doesn't serve any functional purpose
It's
other than
fine.
just looking like grass, yeah.
This skeletal swarm didn't notice that there was doors, but it is going to start bashing on the walls. So I'm going to give it... it's going to make an attack.
Can it deal force damage?
No, so it doesn't matter. It does hit, though. No, I think it said it's for AC 14, right? On the hut? I think that's what I said.
But we know how scary
Yeah,
it can be. It can barely not one-shot me.
Yeah,
So-
the hut is immune to all damage except force.
It slams on the walls. Sven, Waxanre, and...
Does that wake me up?
Yeah, you can roll for it. See if it wakes you up. The DC's,
Perception.
the DC's 5. So they did 15 damage, so 5 is the remainder of D20. So, yeah, you wake up at this point, and Waxanre can as well, possibly.
What's going on?
It's 5 or lower, she stays asleep. For the princess. That's you, Abby. Or
Abby.
What, sorry? Yeah?
Roll for the
Perception
princess.
From Waxanre, DC
Oh.
5. See if she wakes up.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No, she's really
She
not.
stays asleep. Yeah. However, Sven is awake now.
Okay.
Where's the sleep? We need a good sleeping one. There she is. Roxanne's asleep. So the swarm doesn't manage to deal any significant damage, but it is banging on the walls. This swarm is going to try to open the door again. It's picking away at the lock. So another dex check. Nope. It is starting to get frustrated. Olaf.
I mean, I know that. Okay, I think we would know that it wouldn't be able to do any damage unless it was in a magical attack.
No, you know
So-
that you're also like watching over the edge. These things don't seem to have any magical attacks, so you know that the hut is safe from them. You don't know
Can I
if they
make an
can,
insight check to see if they'd be likely to give up at a certain point? Because we're gonna have to get out of here
You
eventually.
can make an insight check if you want to.
Disadvantage because of my
Intelligence
position?
insight, actually, because this is based on your knowledge of undead.
Oh, I just accidentally made a character again.
God damn
I
it!
think.
Aha.
Why?
Caught in the egg.
Oh no, I don't see one. Unless you move.
Okay, no, I clicked on the button, but nothing happened. That's good. So insight, am I proficient? I just need to check that. Insight, I am proficient, so
Oh, there you go. So,
I'll do a
intelligence plus proficiency.
D20. Proficiency, so D20 plus 6. Which I feel like some of my skills are. No, that's fine. D20 plus 6. And is this a disadvantage?
You've
'Cause I'm not
been
moving?
you haven't been moving at all, so I'm just gonna. This will carry over from your last turn. So this is just
Okay.
you're observing.
24.
the turn. Yeah. So they're not the most dexterous. It's not impossible that they could figure out how to open the door handle. The one swarm seems to have realized that this is a door. The other one, it doesn't seem to notice, and there's no way it's going to break through. So the one that's picking is the one to worry about. With a 24, they don't seem the brightest, so it's even odds whether they get frustrated, leave, or just continue on this task until they fall apart.
Yeah.
You're not sure on that one, even with a 24, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll just have to
I'll
see
have
how
to
it
roll
goes,
for it.
because if they in theory can't do anything.
Yeah.
So hopefully, eventually they'll just say, "Well, we've spent enough time wasting time on this. Our directive is to go somewhere else." I'm thinking as if they're robots or golems made by the
That
whatever
would be
necromancer
reasonable. Constructs
wizard
basically
would do
follow
it.
whatever commands they were given until they have a reason to stop.
Yeah.
So-
So Olaf is going to hold position, and he's just like he was playing with a soul coin, so he's now just clutching a soul coin in one of his fists as he's just like lying prone
Yeah, as you
in his
squeeze it-
fucking his makeshift ghillie suit.
As you squeeze,
He swears you can hear a little bit of screaming
I was
from
about
it
to
as he
say,
squeezes.
Yeah, you hear a scream in your head that accompanies the bone cacophony. As we jump to Sven's turn. Also, Fenrir inside the hut. Fenrir doesn't need to sleep, so I guess Fenrir's just watching everybody, waiting for a command.
Yeah, Fenrir is just sitting patiently. And I think his directive would be if Olaf's not giving commands that follow Elspeth, I guess.
Okay.
But it's up to you if that's allowed.
Elspeth is stepmom. Good. Sven. What
the fuck? Sven sits up. What the fuck is going on?
Undead golems outside, one of them is trying to get in.
Should we,
Olaf's outside.
kill it?
That's my plan.
There's just one. Is there one door or two?
2 doors. North and south.
2 doors. Oh, well, I mean, he can come in through the south door.
Go back
Still
to sleep
waking
if you
up.
want.
It sounds like being inside of one of those rock tumblers. Just chunk.
I don't think I'm falling asleep like this. I don't know. Guess I'll get out of bed and prepare
Okay.
an action to attack.
Okay. Which attack are you holding? Sword, breath,
Just a long sword.
longsword attack. Okay. Elspeth.
You
up
know,
at the top.
I'll stand next to this door and yeah, I guess I guess I'll go over here, crouch on the bed, and prepare a longsword attack
Sure.
at the door.
I'm going to run out of this door.
Yeah.
As I leave, I'm going to activate Radiant Soul with my action. And then I'm going to
Charisma
fly
save.
15 feet in the air. Wisdom save?
Charisma save. You're still inside
Charisma
the
save.
layer.
Earthbind region.
Oh, true.
It's 15. Yeah, you're fine. You're able to fly for the next 10 minutes.
Alright, so I'm 15 feet in the air.
Yep. It is lightly
sorry.
rated, by the way. I rolled it in case that hits your powers.
I'm so sorry, but Olaf's just like sitting very casually, just waiting
Exactly,
this out
yeah.
in his ghillie suit, and then suddenly the golden fucking god angel Elspeth.
An angel appears and flies into the air.
Oh my god, are you okay?
It's like I'm assuming Elspeth can tell that there's a
Yeah.
fucking shrub on top of the thing. It's
Yeah.
obviously Olaf, and he just sort of turns up in his fucking ghillies, and just like, I was just gonna wait it out.
The skeletal swarms, by the way, now surge, knowing that the bones, they didn't imagine the bones, they're here.
Yeah. Well, the cat's out of the bag now, and I'm going to quicken a...
More like the angel out of the cabin.
I'm going to quicken Call Lightning.
Bones in 60 feet. It's
So,
small.
DC 15 dex save for this guy closest
The closest one? Sure.
to me. Yep.
Dex save. That's a 9. So it takes all of that.
So, 19 lightning.
It does not seem to be overly affected either way, resistance or vulnerability, but it does take that damage. Chunks of bones go flying
Alright.
off into the swamp.
Actually, sorry. It would be
1 second.
5 radiant as well, because I have a Radiant Soul.
Okay, I'll check and see if there's anything special about Radiant. Nope, they don't seem to be vulnerable or resistant to Radiant either.
And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, yeah, so you blast it. It did decent chunk of damage. Not bloody, but decent chunk. Lucia, it is now your turn. So the cat's out of the bag. Lucia flew into the air. You can hear the skeletons are beginning their assault on the people outside.
I would like to move here. And use my action to dodge.
Oh, okay. Take a dodge action.
And see what the skeletons do.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious to see if skeletons would also not consider me
We'll find
something
out.
to rip apart. Yeah.
They do have blind sight 60 feet, but it's based on smell. By the way, that's what you would have picked up earlier. So that is Lucia's turn. Swarm gets to go. The swarm does indeed ignore you. Now, Elspeth, you were 15 feet in the air, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, lucky for you, you're right next to the hut, which is 10 feet tall. So this swarm clambers its way to the top of the hut. Oops. I'm going to put this in the back real quick. There we go. It scrambles its way up to the top. I'm going to do one more perception check to see if it smells you particularly, Olaf. Nope. Still doesn't know you're there. You're covered in fetid water enough that it can't smell your bones. However, it is going to surge up and it is going to try to... actually, it needs to be in your space. So it's hanging out over the edge. You see they, like those...
I'm back, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Like those fire ants in Queen of the Crystal Skull. They just sort of surge up and move into your space and make attacks against you, Elspeth.
Alright.
Oh, this is...
That'll miss.
Oh. Well, that is its turn. As it occupies your space, you are completely deafened by the clattering. You can't hear any sounds at the moment. There you go. That is it for its turn. It only has one action. So we jump to the second swarm. The second swarm also doesn't seem to notice you in any particular way, Lucia. It is going to swarm up onto the roof, and it is going to, completely on accident, stumble right into Olaf's space.
Yeah. Olaf isn't prone. Wait, he actually... No, is he prone?
I mean, do you want to be prone? You can be.
I mean, he was lying down on the roof, but he wasn't prone, right? Because prone is being knocked off balance.
I was thinking you were, like, crouched. Yeah, so we don't need to do prone. It stumbles into your space quite on accident, without meaning to. But it is immediately going to attack you now that it has found some bones. It's a miss. Damn it.
Yes.
Your turn.
I do want to flavor that, like, with Elspeth, is she getting engulfed by bones?
Yeah, so basically they surged up like the red ants in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, which is a movie everybody has seen. It's not
definitely.
Yeah, they surged up.
I was just thinking of flavoring it. That Olaf like just screams like Elspeth, and then just gets cut off as she gets like deafened by the bones.
Now you are also deafened because you are inside of its space.
Yeah,
are you inside the skeleton?
Retroactive action.
Oh, are you prone, by the way?
No.
Or are you
No. I'm crouching apparently, which was very funny because I would literally just bush randomly on top of this cabin.
You are currently surrounded. There are creatures, these bones reaching out and scratching at you as damaging as they can. They aren't finding purchase, but what do you want to do?
I'm imagining that they're trying to scratch at me, but in doing so, they break themselves apart.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so brittle.
Yeah, and your
but they're just like a tide of bone.
Yeah, you're surrounded in a tide of
the calcium wave.
The calcium wave. So what do you want to do, Mr. Artificer?
I'm going to go ahead and attack this thing, because that's the only thing I know how.
Yeah, go for it.
He's going to make sure that, he's going to stamp his foot several times. Wake the fuck up! I'm sure if anyone else is awake.
They can't hear you, because sounds don't pass into the hut. And you can't hear them, because you're deaf at the moment.
I thought sounds
I'm sorry,
but didn't pass out.
Sounds can pass in, they don't pass out. But either way, you're deafened, so you have no idea if they heard you.
Then, Green Flame Blade. I'm just going to see if that actually works now.
We'll find out.
One creature within 5 feet of you.
Yep. It is within 5 feet.
That's 10 feet, isn't it? Oh, no? No, it's 5 feet.
It's in your space, so yeah, it's in melee with you.
Oh, no, it's another creature. I'm looking about the other Bone Boy.
Oh, I got you.
It has to be a different creature, which is why I want to switch out Green Flame Blade. Okay. Do I have to touch Abby for warding? Well, Elspeth for warding bond. Touch, yes. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and just try to make attacks. Okay. Can I move away without incurring a...
They will make opportunity attacks.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and make 2 one-handed battle axe attacks. 15 and 10.
15 hits, 10 does not.
6 slashing plus 2 fire.
Slashing doesn't do as much as you want it to. However, all of the fire goes through. So the fire seems to be a real thing.
Then, as my bonus action... Just 1 second, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Bonus action...
We have about 15 minutes to finish this fight, so...
Yeah, no, that's all I can do. I'll end my turn.
Okay. Fenrir. They know that fight's going on, obviously. Elspeth flew outside. Elspeth is their commander at the moment.
Yes, I think they
we can go back.
I'm going to say that Fenrir would attack Boneblade, is it?
Okay. Yeah, Fenrir can come out. I don't think Fenrir has a 10-foot vertical leap.
Yes.
You might. Anyway, you just scramble up there. It's okay. So Fenrir scrambles up onto the roof. Yep. And can make their attacks.
12 to hit.
12, unfortunately, just misses.
That's okay. He moves here to be next to his master.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel Fenrir butt up against you. You can't hear them, but they push them away.
I feel like a familiar feeling of like Fenrir's hind being like touching his leg, like protecting Olaf.
Exactly. Then we come to Sven. So Sven, I believe you're holding an action to attack a creature that came within range. I'm so sorry about that. The swarm of skeletons would have passed your range. You were at that south door, right? Holding an action to attack.
The door was closed, so...
The door was closed, so it never happened.
Okay, never mind then.
Which is fine. Sven, seeing that they are the only one left other than Muxanre, who they will just leave.
Yeah, there's a tumbleweed
they're
of
going
bones
to...
right above the door.
Yep. They're going to open the door, then go through, close the door.
Very good. Did you want to go south or north?
The snakes and... What?
Did you want to go south or north?
Up.
Okay, northwards. Perfect.
Climb.
Beautiful. Easy. Easy peasy.
And then I'm going to... Actually, no, I'm not going to climb.
Okay.
Sven is going to take a couple steps back.
Okay.
And then use a... They're like, I don't want to go in there, maybe.
Yep. The blender of bones. Yeah, maybe not a good idea.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm on the same layer as the top of the thing, so I'm like 12, 15 feet away. Mm-hmm. I'm going to use my sling.
Okay.
Twice.
Yeah, go for it.
Does an 11 hit?
Sadly,
Because I don't think a 6 does.
No, these things are decently dexterous. They're also made of bone, which has a natural AC that raises it above 10.
I don't like that. And with that, Sven is going to go back into the hut and close the door.
Head back in, close the door.
Yep, and lock it.
And lock it.
I'm gonna lock it too.
Elspeth.
All right. I'm going to quicken a thunder wave.
Okay.
On these guys to try and move them a bit closer to the other ones.
Okay.
So that'll be that. It'll be a con save, DC 15.
Con save, DC 15. Okay, they succeed, but they just still take half damage, right?
Yep, so they will take 10 damage, 5 thunder, 5 radiant.
5 thunder, 5 radiant. They do not seem to resist or be vulnerable to either.
Right.
But they are pushed back.
No,
they're not pushed back.
I'm not blinded, right?
You're not blinded, no, but you are deafened.
Yes, okay. I'm going to summon my lightning down on the ones on Olaf.
Okay. Is that a 5-foot radius?
Yeah, I'll just do it at the corner so they don't hit Olaf.
Okay. Yeah, roll that damage.
So, yeah. That is...
I should have had it be thunder damage.
18 lightning.
Damage. Anyway. Yeah, you do. Because thunder... having thunder wave damage the hut would have been funny, but oh well. Yeah, they're also going to make a save against this. Also success, so only 9 lightning damage. 9
lightning damage then. That's the end of my... These guys that I move, they won't be able to attack Olaf, will they?
Sorry, what was that again?
If I move, will they be able to attack Olaf?
If you move, they'll be able to make an opportunity attack against you.
Yeah, but they won't be able to move to attack Olaf.
On their turn, they will be able to.
Oh, okay.
They can't occupy each other's spaces.
Oh, yeah, so that's what I was at. Yeah, I'll move 30 feet up.
They function as a swarm, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no. 2 swarms can't attack the same creature.
Yeah, I'll move 30 feet up then. I'll take the opportunity attack.
The fucking Bone Blender Ninja Pro?
Nope.
That'll miss.
Oh no, this
And that's the end of my turn.
has less than half its hit points. Anyway, good. Yeah, you have bloodied this one, by the way. Just bloodied.
Nice.
With that thunder wave. Lucia, you notice they completely ignore you. They don't seem to bother with you at all.
Okay, my experiment is done, so I can move 20 feet and get on top of the hut. I don't remember how high the hut was, but I think it was
10
not
feet.
hard
You
to
can
get on.
scramble. Not too difficult.
And you have a fly.
You have to make a charisma save to try to fly.
Oh,
No, I don't want fly. Then I'm gonna move over here. Oh wait, that's a bad idea. I wanted to be in a way that the one on the south can get me, but this way the thing can just have 3 people top of each other.
It's up to you. What do you want to do?
I'll go here.
Okay.
I'm gonna smack the one here.
Okay, you sure can.
I feel like I wouldn't have gotten my rapier out, and I feel like the rapier is not very effective against skeletons. Even if vanilla skeletons for some reason don't have piercing resistance. So I'm gonna smack them once. Smack. So I'm bludgeoning 3 gold.
Yeah. So, fun thing about these creatures. These are very fragile skeletons. So you actually deal a substantial amount of damage, more than you thought. So the bludgeoning is doubled. Cold is still normal.
Oh.
Because these things are fragile, they're vulnerable to bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna smack it again.
Yeah.
For
18
bludgeoning?
Yeah, you're tearing into this thing. It very quickly begins disintegrating under your boots.
I'll think about key points. In theory, I rested for the last 3 hours or so, but I don't get the short rest key point back, so I'm going to key point to make 2 more unarmed attacks.
Okay. Oh,
One.
another 18. With that, the swarm is destroyed.
Lucia is scary. And then on the bottom
The
one,
other goat.
14 does hit it. So for another 18.
I rolled max on a 3.
There is not much more of that creature. However, the swarm does get a turn. So the swarm is going to shuffle its way over here. And is going to attack the 2 of you with its lesser damage. I think a 22 will hit both of your ACs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. What?
Well, you take 3 slashing as the blender moves over you. Olaf, it is now your turn and then Fenrir's turn.
Just marking the health off, and then I'm going to make...
I just throw enemies that are weak to bludgeoning.
It attacked a creature that other than me, so I'll use my reaction to do Sentinel.
Okay. Yeah, then you would that trigger because it's in the same space as you? I don't know.
I think so.
I mean, does attack too?
It's attacking
what happens
its
is-
space is the thing. It's attacking the creature.
It's attacking a creature other than me.
Yeah,
within
it is
5
a
feet of me.
targeted roll. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah, and that's alright.
Yeah, go for it. Why not? It's almost done anyway.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Ooh!
And then another, another
Well,
D8, so 5 fire plus 1 D8.
No worries there. It had 8 hit points. So with the with the resisting the slashing, the fire puts it over the top. So with that, you disintegrate these bones. Good job. You solved my bone puzzle.
My bone puzzle.
So that's 900 divided by 5, which is a number.
180.
Wait, one of us here was asleep the whole time.
180.
Waxanre was asleep, so she doesn't get it. Oh, I'm sorry. I said 5, didn't I? I meant 4.
Oh.
Yeah, because Waxanre was asleep.
And freeloading.
225.
Sven tried, but they rolled a natural 1.
Yeah. You still helped, though. You contributed. Yeah, 225. You're right. So everybody gets 225 XP. And you now know about the skeletal swarms. This is a creature from... What is the source of these? I didn't recognize the acronym, but it is an official monster.
What's the acronym?
Skeletal Swarm. GOS. Oh, it goes to Saltmarsh. Ghost of Saltmarsh.
That's it.
Yes, this is a creature from Oerth, originally, but now it's in Forgotten Realms. And there we go. With that, you're able to pick yourselves apart. Anything else you want to do in the aftermath of this fight?
How scared is Olaf that he was engulfed by a swarm of rattling bones, and then Lucia just absolutely broke all of them in the span of like a couple seconds?
Mm-hmm.
I think Olaf would reason that they make sense, but he is still terrified of Lucia. But he's reasoning. He's using logic and stuff to reason that
Sure.
the reason that this bone tornado got eviscerated is because she punches good.
Kicks,
I
specifically.
did 71 damage in that turn.
Jesus Christ!
Right, I'm gonna head off and make some food.
Fair enough.
It was fun. I'll see you guys.
Thank you.
Are we playing next week?
No, week after. Yeah, 'cause
What?
next week I have a Thanksgiving thing with my grandparents.
Thanks.
Okay.
Week after.
I
we're
have
playing.
one convention. Woo!
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 Well, I'll see you later.
I will
Thank
see you
so much.
guys the week after then. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
We have 4 minutes left before we hit our 4-hour mark. Anybody want to say anything fancy? Oh, anybody have any thoughts about inspirations? Nothing stood out to me as inspirationable.
Yeah.
Anybody remember anything
Not even the
fancy?
sad
I made
goodbye.
a ghillie
It
suit.
was a sad goodbye. You did make a ghillie suit. I don't
You
think
did
that
make
was
a ghillie suit.
inspiration-worthy. You didn't make me cry, Mia, so sorry.
I'm sorry. I had a bit of pee in my.
You know what, Mr.
Yeah,
Waddles,
Sven had
Mr. Waddles did
Sven
have
had a
inspiration,
pretty disappointing session.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. You can hit me up with questions if you want. Getting pretty low on resources. You've been out here for a while. Oh, real quick. Guy.
Although I did get to eat a crayfish, that was fun.
True. Roll me a D100, guy.
Sure.
Mhm.
If we end this session with next week having to fight the bag man,
If it's a 99 or a
It
00.
would me.
Also, it's morning, so I get to roll for roll for snake.
Yeah. So, roll
Nope.
for snake? No snake. It would be really angry anyway. Start of next session, we'll do our long rest, and then you can go confront the hag. Probably, if you want to. Any last
In
When
words?
these
the-
two short combats, I
when
got
the-
almost as much as with the Drows, with the Drider.
Wow.
okay.
I'm at
so
11,444.
I'm at
when the-
11,468.
Yeah,
I
Sorry,
almost caught
Riley?
up to you.
power through, Riley.
I'm at 11,283.
Very nice. We're almost there. We'll jump in.
When the
Oh
snake
my goodness,
does
it's
hatch,
like 2,500.
Yep,
can I describe what it looks like?
absolutely.
Okay, because I know
And then
that we're
it's
rolling
spicy.
random on gender,
Yeah.
or rather, we're rolling random on sex.
Okay. We'll pick up there next time. Thank you so much for playing. We're nearing the end. We're getting there. You're almost into Omu. Yeah, I was thinking this would be around 50 sessions, and we're at like 20. This was 23, so I'm probably gonna finish earlier than I thought. Honestly, maybe 40 sessions.
I mean, don't underestimate how much Omu and the tomb itself
That's
is.
true.
Like
And
it
also-
the game tells you that's like about half.
Okay.
And also, I don't think we're anywhere near like the end. We're only level 5. I know that's halfway technically, but it's exponential in XP, isn't it?
The cap is 11, so
The cap is 11, so we could finish this lower.
probably.
I want to be.
It is
level-
unlikely that we reach 11.
I
What
wanna, though.
happened? What would happen if we reached level 11 and kept getting
well-
XP?
You would probably be well past the date where things get really, really bad for you.
Ah, that
There's
makes
a clock
sense.
for a reason. Yeah, if you don't get there by day 40, which is 7 days away. Oh yeah, I need to advance the clock. That'll be the last thing I do. So we're now on day 35 since the outbreak of the Death Plague. Oh, I guess it's only 5 days, not 7 days. It was 7 days when we started the session. 35. Yeah, 5 days to get to the tomb. With that,
And we need at least like another day to figure out where it is, and then we have to somehow get there.
farewell. I'm clicking
Oh,
done.
there's such random shit all of us want to do, like, before we get to the actual tomb. I really want to get the nascent of the moon.
Navel of the moon.
Navel. Fuck. What's the nascent?
I don't know.